most problems with the Android. Our thumbs are here, but so much of the functionality is up these ends. In your contacts, why do you open your contacts app? 90% of the time, why do you open it?
To call someone.
To look for a name, right? So if that's the 90% of the thing you do, why is it so far? Shouldn't it be down here? Shouldn't the search thing be the first thing? Like, few steps, I'm in, I've looked, I'm out. But here I'm in, I've gone up the phone, search is the UI is not intuitive. Where your finger is not where the thing you want to do is. Like, you see, now, and that runs throughout most of the apps. Now, if you go that dynamic island,
It'll be 20 minutes into this show, that should be like,
I swear, this shit is fire. Hear me out.
This is deep because I've always wanted to know your motivation. Brad, what's happening?
So anyway, let's get to my laptop. So you get the thing, you put it upside down, like remove it from up there, put it down. So you get it and you put it below the phone, like down here, and then you add functionality to it. It can look into contacts, it can bring out your, imagine if your notifications were down there. You see, that's where your thumb is. But now you have to scroll up, scroll down, like too many steps. So, but if you put the functionality of it down here, that would solve many UI problems.
Okay.
Android would be so user friendly because everything would be within the reach of your thumb.
Down here,
Yeah, you don't. This phone is long. Let me show you. Let me even just show you. This phone is long. For me to get notifications, you see. So imagine if notifications were just here. Two. Like everything was within. You see, contacts app. Check. Where is things contacts app even? See. But for me to search, I have to first come up these extra steps. If I open contacts, it should be ta. I'm searching. Full stop. But now it's ta. Then it's too many steps. That's why I'm such a. I'm going to solve that shit. Now I even know how to code. Solve that shit for you guys. Thank me. So if I can first get an app there, my app goes numbers in. Plus the more of those phones get into people who will find use for those things. It's very rare that software blends so well into hardware. Rarely does it happen. Most upgrades are just most updates are always just what? Hardware alone, software alone. They rarely intermix, they rarely meet so well. You know screens have been getting well, but what software thing has been happening in that realm? You see, speaker, like it's rare. They never meet UI wise. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm trying to get like that.
What's this? Man, I have to get a MacBook, man. My laptop is dead.
That's crazy.
Man, go for it. I recommend.
Reasons not to buy it. So the MacBook Air just got refreshed. It's a pretty simple update. Maybe a boring one, actually. There's really only two things new. It has this new anodization on the outside. Apparently,
yes, the MacBook what?
more fingerprint resistant.
Jess was telling me, man, the thing is
it has
silent.
inside. So the coating, I don't know. It barely makes a difference, if I'm being honest. It still gets fingerprints if you handle it regularly without a skin or a case. I would much rather depend on something like a skin from channel sponsor.
This guy has successfully sold people gadgets.
Colors, and it's gonna hide fingerprints.
There's something I found out by now. This guy joined YouTube 2009. That's the time I joined Twitter and Facebook as well.
Over time, so I'll leave a link to this one below. But the other new thing
When did you join social media platforms by now?
So you've seen this M3 chip before.
I'd say
That's what Apple does. They put the same
like
chip
2009 or so
in
ish.
October of
No.
last year, and they immediately put it
I
in
joined
the
social,
iMac,
I joined
and then you
Facebook
also
in
got an iPad that launched
2006.
with This and the M3
What the
Pro
fuck?
and M3
Yeah.
Max.
Because we are
So,
complab
okay,
copy.
new M3. Apple
Internet.
software
But the
version.
internet get better in
So now
L11.
we're finally getting this new base M3
What got
chip
better in the
in
labs?
there. Side note.
I remember that
They allowed
by the time I
them to
left,
bring laptops.
Kids, eh?
Kids have laptops in school.
It's the same
Oh.
chip everywhere.
You know what I would do?
They've done
I'd squeeze all the kids in my dorm.
The Mac Mini just
We get
staying on M2.
order for a Starlink. From abroad, they install it on our roof. Because they get the laptops are allowed in schools nowadays, but without they restrict. There's no Wi-Fi in schools.
no, during your time as complab, were they allowed?
They oh no, this is new shit. That's what has changed. What has changed now is kids don't need the complab
Oh,
because they have laptops.
Like it's the performance you were expecting. If you look at
I didn't
benchmarks,
see that
it's
side.
right around that 10 to 20.
Kids nowadays have lappies in school. Nigga, they jam us to have radios.
man, what the fuck was that shit?
That's what that
That nigga's tech, don't be on that tech shit. Like, what the like?
They say I told you once.
This guy was.
Oh, Jane, once you told there was what?
I'd never even seen it in that angle. The real jamming us to get on tech.
Nigga, I'm trying to be
Connect with the oh, do you know when earlier you mentioned it, you know they refuse to give us internet as well. Imagine I've just had wireless unlimited for like a year or so. That's what I've done. MIT articles, a podcast.
It's a knowledge.
Imagine if I had this shit straight from campus, this unlimited, this cheap.
You would have.
Do you know Randy's
acquired this
videos?
information much earlier, yeah.
Do you know Randy's have more views on their videos? Like Randy's video will be released yesterday and it has 1 million views. Our videos, mention the biggest song you know. That song is below 1 million views, I can tell you.
That's
But for Randy's,
that's
they
what
have cheap data.
they have cheap data.
Kenyans also got data. That's why they are ahead.
Kenyans are the biggest in East Africa, the biggest online community.
First they refuse that. Don't even have a radio, nigga. What the fuck?
They took a beat, they squeeze it.
Break it. You're like, fuck, I'm just trying to be on.
Like, bruh, and you're still looking for me for his dead.
Man,
Give it to like 10 hours, 5 hours.
very slowly.
But do you know sometimes I have nostalgia about those beats. Do you remember how many shapes they were? You'd have a kaboom round one.
China just kept shoving that shit
Like
out.
some new shit.
Me, the one that revolutionized and actually got my attention is when they put that shit in a pen. I was like,
You
bruh.
remember those pen beats?
And remember, me, I knew about boards and
Hey.
that shit. I understood all that shit way back then. So me, but now you have a gist. You're like, yeah, it's capable of this. They can do this. This is they can. You know, I'd figure shit out. But I didn't know you could reduce them to that size and still have, because by now I knew that if you remove some parts you compromise some things. I knew the reason they are scanning is because they had removed Bichi, but yet the rolling thing is better. The rolling thing was better than scanning, but you can't have such and such. I understood those things. But then I saw they had put scanning in something that's smaller. I was like, yo, and then me, I understood power. I'm like, the cells they're using, you can connect any cell. Power, any board needs power.
The base price is really more to give you an idea.
I gave it power, and then I'm like, okay, now sound, because now sound, I just know this is an earphone, but that same sound could turn into a speaker if you wanted. My mind being blown was that I connected that small thing onto a big disco speaker kind of thing, and it still could read. I was like, that I didn't know was possible. The pen, that was just one way. That pen opened a lot of
to splurge a little bit and give it some extra headroom.
I remember I got, and first of all, how now it could disappear. Because remember, since primary, you've been hiding that car radio. You're in class with a earphone like this.
They find you.
But now it was in a pen. I could.
But those guys,
also has more than 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of
Guys,
storage.
jam has to
If you
get
want to
take.
upgrade,
now imagine,
16 gigs of memory,
imagine the level of jamming.
That's 200.
The level of jamming
And if you want to bump up to
is
just
that
a
you
half a
grew up
terabyte
in
storage,
secondary
that's
school.
another
Got the main source of outside information, accurate outside information we had was either the teachers or the people in the school or your radio.
And of which now we know you can't even fucking trust radio.
Nowadays, so do you remember guys used to splash with radios on in the bed? You have your beats, have your earphones. You came them on. There were no earphones, they would be as if headphones.
So again, if you're
They were earphones.
I remember Odota used to fucking stress us about his earphones. You should remember Odota, the tall guy. We're in Hanlon together. You were in Hanlon also.
That's S4.
S4. Oh, you were up those ends with the
I was
volcano.
in company. So I'd gotten like a pen
We're in the
thing.
House of Lords.
Fuck I'd gotten my pen thing and connected it to the big cells, like they got big cells. I'd gotten like a thing, connected them, and then connected my earphones. So I am there, company blasting my ziki, wuyo. Shows up. Slaps, guys, takes my shit. Because they will come take your shit.
Uyo.
Like, don't get on this tech shit.
Fucking Uyo. That was his nickname. Uyo.
Yeah.
Was it Uyo?
Uyo.
Wow, Uyo. It was this tall guy with a fucking guy.
Like, the fact, you know, I'd never seen it from that angle that they were just refusing us to get onto tech.
Not just take, the closing of access to information. Remember the whole time you were at school, you never, you didn't even get to watch the news.
You
just
watch
see
Saturday
what's happening in the country.
Entertainment Saturday.
Saturday you're on movies the whole day.
The highest end iMac
So,
Pro,
the only time
and I still will,
Closing
but
of access
I am
to
now
fucking
able to
information.
use
I'd
Mac's
never
new
seen that.
actually
Guess what that political shit you did in Korea taught you, man? First feel some more wisdom.
editing.
Goodbye, I think Asia. Fuck, there's a boy of mine I was talking to. Laxon. You know Laxon, what? Do you know
I
Laxon?
know Laxon Ronald.
Chiga is in Dubai, man. Been there 3 years.
We just call him Laxo.
So Chiga has traveled. Oh, they was telling me, man, you go to Malaysia and you're like, oh, then you go to Japan and you see the organization, then you go to Vichi. But it's like, man, me, I'm even coming back home. Something I've noticed. I was telling him something I've noticed. Guys who go to Asia,
If you do that sort of stuff, it's an amazing computer. It should be on your
come
shortlist.
back
Great all around, easy to
more
recommend. But again, if you're
pissed
doing the
than
lightweight,
guys who go
normal
to
stuff,
Canada and America. Why is that?
don't get this one.
They don't come. What do you mean peace? Guys come back fighting. Fuck. Like you're there, but you're like, what the fuck was that?
Niggas come back fighting.
That's how we should do 2 years, man. Guys,
You see? Like what happens in those Asian things? That makes you guys so pissed.
right? They know when you go to, okay, for me, the way I analyze it, when you go to Asia,
The minimum level of
there's a bit of self-reflection you make.
your workflow. Does that make sense? So, like me, I edit a lot of videos. And
Most people who go to Canada, Europe, these other countries,
and that sort of stuff, right?
they
So for the
are,
longest time, I used
they kind of
my
like,
desktop, the highest end iMac Pro.
the idea is just
I'm now able to use
it just flew out. Boom, I'm like, shit.
The guy was,
I've been editing on
Dude,
the go
the guy was
on
like,
a laptop.
It's your phone, right?
Enable.
You know where it
And the same
is.
sort of thing applies. If you're
You
doing
know what it
daily
does.
stuff,
You know where it
have
goes.
a whole bunch of code,
You see,
heavy,
it's your phone.
Maybe even just encoding
They are your
code
thoughts, right?
as you're doing
Yeah.
You know where they go.
You typically rely on.
So are they your
But
thoughts?
with these new chips and with Apple
Is it your phone if you don't know where it goes? If it walked off, I'll just wait. Is it your phone?
which is again
That's a match.
pretty sweet.
Somewhere I was like, if there are thoughts, where do they fucking go?
That sort of stuff.
In the
We don't even know.
I mean,
And where the fuck do they come from? They just poop. I'm here, nigga.
but now with AI, we're beginning to speak like those guys in the video. We're beginning to get inklings on why they, you know,
I need a fucking small
where the
phone.
thoughts go.
If you've been watching my video,
This guy has
you've
been
noticed a certain
paid
sentence that I've been saying
By
for
the
years.
constant
I've been
companies.
saying small flagship phones are a rare breed.
This guy numbers helped him. This is
Find out
India
spend
numbers.
$12,000 in the next 5 minutes.
This guy has videos I found them to be more exciting.
Yeah, and these are more numbers. The other ones are technical. Like he's the specs, he's the shit you need to know. This is the fabulous shit about this. Then
And
there's
this
guy.
always beats the other one. By
Yeah, because this is most people just
mass
want
media.
You can get both and compare them. Okay. Ultra
And the guy is in his
durable
car,
smartwatch. So
fucking
you obviously have the Apple Watch Ultra 2.
studio,
You should get one
his
of the
mother's
Ultra
house
2s,
in
then you
the
should compare that
I've
directly
made
with the
that's a
durability
humble
of this
brag.
Apple Watch.
Guy says that
Clearly,
to get
durability
more
should be
followers.
amazing.
nah, say.
Oh,
There's a video I watched, but that video fucking. Let me even try to see if I can find it.
Plus, does say though that
The
it's
guy made it seem like it was.
Masters, you know
Fuck,
how
how
to
do I
separate
find that
that
video?
for the internal desire to
The guy made it
complain.
sound like
Who's wrong? And we also
he's
have
not
the-
joking. He said, yeah, he's a Apple phone thing, but it sounds these YouTubers of I'm a coder, is what I do, and the guy has a nice studio and shit.
We can get this.
That was like, we don't make money off YouTube because we don't have money. Because if we did, we wouldn't be doing YouTube, we would be out there enjoying our money. And I was like, fuck.
That's a fine idea.
Like if this kid actually had money, he wouldn't be doing this shit anymore. They don't know. So you could actually listen in his mother's house.
It's
true. It's true. It's like, goddamn.
You are like, I thought this YouTube money is easy. It's easy to
I
make.
found what I think is but $600. I am very curious how much stronger
Have you seen why I went back to
versus just
Indian?
the $10
Did you go to India in your
How are
travels?
we going to charge all of our most durable gadgets?
I don't know what the video fucking
We
took
need to find
this
something
one.
that's like pop.
And we went to
I'm
India.
in India. Whereabouts? Why?
I watched
Is
this,
Indian
yeah.
tech that I
No.
can get
I
my
want to see
hands
what a billion fucking people feel like.
This right on it. So a normal application costs you $50.
My cousin was telling me, man, that said, when you're a billion people, man,
Apple Watch Ultra.
there's so few ways to stand out.
Yeah.
Look at the authenticity of the thing.
It's so hard.
Style screws for the face of the better. Right now,
But it means those who finally stand out are the real deal.
Apple won't give you more than a
But
single
you
strap.
don't need to do much. One small thing, if you just get 250k people on your side.
As of now, it's
You
great
see,
at
that's
work.
a numbers.
Let's see how we will do.
Like, it's also very easy to get numbers on board. Right now, if you're in India, how many people have signed up with Candy already?
Everything live right in front of you, so you can
One
tell
or
them
two
actually
million.
is what it is. It has
Same
a
work.
hidden torch as well,
You just
if I'm not
started.
wrong. This one store.
That's where the numbers come in
Also,
hand.
also the revolution of that. And the
To that, the more you'd have made like 100 chaps, man. Because there'll be some who just come because of boredom. Man, what's this shit?
Right, you've created the hype.
Hey.
Oh my god. Look at this. Look at
Nah,
that.
fuck.
That's
Also,
all
the
the
people.
hallmarks of Apple. It's got the
I can
Apple
smell
fonts,
this
it's got
place.
all the-
Doesn't smell nice.
You've gone on all Hitler. I've been having a continuous argument with Cedric
Mm.
about every time we meet, we're planning these things. Is what I've been having this argument about it. I'm like, Hitler was a hard guy.
There's a reason you remember him. You
He,
need some something you remember.
yeah, and me, we're always arguing. I felt like they always treated him the worst. Like he's the worst of humanity to ever exist.
Samsung Galaxy
But,
S.
but where he left Germany, no one messes with Germany.
And has been for years.
There's no
Interestingly, it's kind of a long name. You might be
there's
wondering
no
where
such
Galaxy
thing as
S
bad
comes from.
publicity.
And if you think you already know,
Then you understand
what
that
you're thinking
concept.
is probably wrong.
You'd
Apparently,
rather be
Galaxy
remembered
comes from a wine
at all
often
than not be
enjoyed
remembered
by
at
high-level Samsung executives, and then they proceeded to name like 20,000
deep,
phones.
man.
Now, here's the thing: Samsung will try.
So like,
Hitler is remembered
That's kind of the
forever.
thing. Like, this is
it will be
happening.
forever.
And
time.
here's the funny thing about being remembered.
Just researching for this video,
History
I have
changes,
a
bro.
ton of phones in every
Right
single
now, these
True.
current humans
bracket or
in the
feature
years
set.
Vichy to Vichy
Try to guess these.
don't like
They have
you.
a Samsung Galaxy
But
X.
who knows?
What do you think the F
Maybe
stands
the 3,000
for?
people will be
And
like,
there's the
"This
Galaxy
is like
Z
it."
series, Z
We think every guy we like Alexander the Great, which you think those guys were heroes in that time. You may find that motherfucker was like,
Slaughtering villages.
yeah, people were like, fuck that guy. And maybe they wrote about him to tarnish him. But millennia later,
He's now the hero. He conquered Europe.
you have to understand, again, I repeat, time is your biggest asset.
Super smart. Super smart. Anyway, the
Mhm.
first ever
You have to understand the
Samsung
timeline
comes
of
out in 2010.
humanities.
Just to set the scene, like,
But
this is
making
three
Hitler
years
become a
after
good
the
guy
first
would be a
iPhones
hard
come out,
paper,
so
man.
iPhone 4 is about
That's
to
what you
come out.
think.
This is
Time
a couple
changes.
months
People
after the
forget
Nexus
things.
1
People
gets
change their
out.
minds on things.
BlackBerry's quick
People
movements,
point
like, the
out
entire smartphone industry, if you wanna
malicious
call it,
things.
is totally
Like, but this guy, it was so bad. How come?
How come we are here
And
now?
it's
Dude, and mean.
the second
How do you think the Bible of Amin is in Uganda?
The what?
looks like
The
this.
Bible of
It's an
Amin is
Nokia
in Uganda.
3720
The
classic.
Bible- we are
Samsung
the- Amin vibe is
first
50-50.
ever Galaxy
Exactly.
S
There are people who will be like, bruh,
into the world.
isn't the answer to
You know, it's a pretty basic phone.
They had to fucking go, man.
like, bruh, guys,
Camera.
otherwise
We have
wouldn't be
Samsung
here now.
Yeah.
Balling.
You know, somebody told me, Uncle, what? Sewing machine. I never get to know them, bro.
From the when they bounced the guys.
I've never asked a question about that, but very interesting story.
Ah, yeah,
My
man.
mom was telling me, I even know my wife.
You know,
So now I pictured like, when it was Black Friday raids, people raid shops. Her voice is like running.
yo, let's go. You can like do balance.
I never asked one. But you see, so that happened. So right, the people this time, yeah, about it. But never know.
It will chill. and-
Come back in the year 4000 and they built monuments for the fucking guy.
Yeah, he's a hard guy.
Yeah, it does.
The Android is still innocent.
Android 2.1, and it's a micro USB
Clean.
port at the top next
No
to
malicious advertising and give us your data.
You can see
Apps.
Samsung differentiating itself here. First of all,
Me,
this is a
what
reasonable
defeats me
phone.
about the
This is a
Google
4-inch
phone
screen, and it's a
is from the
Samsung
outset, even the guy who has made the phone wants all your data. Google is like, give us, we need it in our ads.
Because the pixels didn't have to light up on the OLED, and that was a new concept back then.
But
It's
this
also
OS,
only a 1500 milliamp hour
maybe
battery, so
tech,
every bit of savings
and a one
is
form of
in
tech,
the box. Also,
not
of
all
course,
tech.
this was back in the day when you could just pop the back off any phone.
The
and
phone
just take the
industry
battery out, swap
it
it out,
was
and
on an exponential. You know
I'm-
that
I'm at this
exploration
place
of the
where
exponential.
charging.
I don't like
Witness the death of this feature.
that we use phones to solve the problem. The problem is communication, because every species needs a form of communication. If you're to track what in the timeline of becoming an intelligent species, in the phone is an efficient form of communication. So this is now communication enhanced, whatever. Oh, that game blew my mind.
When winter just come out,
They can wear the physics. I was like, how the fuck are they? Because by then we knew if else is only. If else is a tick, they are not.
like need something and there are waves.
But I've never understood to this day. What did they do?
Which game?
This game.
The game
Some
guys.
guy told me they were basing off some physicists, but that was campus jazz.
I know that story was true. There were two physicists. They created the game. Actually,
A small bump in
the
the
two gamers were at a physics symposium, like where physicists thingy give some algorithms, what stuff they have done, like where they show physics. They call it a science fair, right? The adult versions are like at a tech fair. So these physicists are showing off they call it
and so you might recognize this one as the Samsung Galaxy S.
Like a physics, they had called it a physics engine game. No, they didn't call it game physics engine, they just called it like a real world physics engine. Basically it was just like a program you load, because you know guys who do physics do simulations and stuff. So you load it where you can change this, you can make a ball bounce, you can make bricks roll, you can slow down the speed of something, speed it up. So for them, they are just made like a physics engine. These guys just came and put bugs on top of it. It's the exact same. So it was a physicist. In summary, it was a physicist.
Nice. I like that. That's what they say high classes will teach you. How to appreciate how the problem is solved from like other. Like to take maybe a mathematician looking at it from a mathematical point of view, who will meet a politician looking at it from an economical point of view, and then they both are building solutions, but their solutions are lacking something. But then somewhere they meet, and then that guy has a lot of those stories. It makes you appreciate problem solving, man, and why time is the biggest asset.
From 2 to 16, and it did all that in a form
Time waits for.
thinner, and it also
Time
added
is the
pencils,
only-
added pieces, and now this is 8.5
Yeah.
millimeter.
Did you use NFC, Goldie? We don't use NFC here,
Now
no?
the starting price also did go up a lot from 3.
I just bought a laptop for some
This
guy,
one did launch into a relative success. This sold like 3 million units in the first 2 months.
and
This
I found out it has NFC, man. I didn't even know laptops would get NFC.
definitely saw it.
Some do. It might have been
And
a
this next
special
one,
like
the Galaxy S3 in
a special
2020, this is the
edition,
first
like
Samsung
this
Galaxy S
for
that actually
people who work in high security areas.
I remember it well too.
This guy is not a stand-up comedian. That's why it's that good. Check the shit he's doing, building the world's fastest deck.
Like this is starting to push the limits of
That's
what
why
people
his comedy is
consider
that
an
good.
appropriate phone
That
size.
guy there is
We'll get back to
he
it.
goes deeper into his thing.
Like I said, because I want to be in the future, you know, I want to see flying cars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this was, oh fuck. This one went off tangent.
Yeah.
Flying cars, and then I asked, what moves society? What moves faster, society or
Oh,
then Bush?
yeah, actually, that's
I'm
right.
reminded, like, oh no, the future's now. That's pretty modern living, right? Especially for a lady. If you just wake up, you know, and you just kind of recall last night, you're like, oh, fuck, no. Let me go handle business, yeah? And you take
Forget
$50
about that
out of his
bullshit.
wallet. And that's not a dig, he owes you that, you know? Yeah. Then you take your ass to CVS, and you're like, all right. And you walk 2 steps and you go, fuck it, Twix too, you know? Let me treat myself. You know? Plus, you know, I think if you take Plan B, you deserve credit. You definitely deserve some respect, you know? Yeah. Old people always shit on the young generation, right? Especially now, it's like, this generation's soft. It's like, not really. There's some girls in here with more confirmed kills on paper.
But this thing
And some Marines, okay?
We're supporting like at the same time.
You see motherfuckers standing outside Costco in an army uniform.
You like disagree with that both on a fundamental level.
Look them in the eyes, like, yo, you killed a kid.
I know you're
Go radical.
Valor.
you
Take
need
that
the
shit
Bill
off,
Gates
man.
for that. Like we need more people.
Yeah, I'll
Obama
assassinate
used
you.
drones to do
Me.
what I did, you know?
Because why would the nigga deny you a chance to exist? Guy won the race. You've swam in that shit. Yeah, you arrived, you beat away billions pounds. There are 2 million. They said over $1 billion comes in a cup of.
Yeah, you paid already.
You've run your race, nigga. You've arrived. Then someone just. Like you like, bruh, I could have existed.
No, she's doing the right thing.
That's what niggas do every day with
Like a
CDs
normal
and shit.
person.
But no, me,
The
I'm
rest of
like,
you just glazed over.
I'm like, what if there's that alternate world where the universe has to balance itself? And for making like 10 niggas not exist. Like if you see this 10 times, it means 10 niggas who could have existed. Which means you knocked out 10 guys.
Australia, right?
So now you have to balance it up. Like
Then
You have to bring
the
10
universe
guys.
has to somehow either bring the 10 or let these 10 guys
Yeah,
get
right
to
at that moment, all I could think was,
whatever,
I could go
you know,
fucking
like it's just
That's some French shit.
I started spiraling
That
at
was
the
the
gate.
first time I'd seen other worlds portrayed in
I'm
that.
just thinking, was it Bush or was it just like 6 brown dudes?
French.
You know, they got their flag pencil. They're in Chattanooga,
Which
Tennessee.
The show.
Went to the gate. The gate agent was like,
man,
sorry
French.
boys, you have to hang out here another night. They were like,
some next level stuff, man.
How did you find this guy?
tomorrow?
His hairstyle is weird. Like he has hair, but it doesn't look like he has hair. Like can see through his
I
hair.
started thinking about 9/11, like
weird.
petty crime.
Weird.
Like fucking,
He
let's
looks-
take 2 of these things, bro.
He looks blood.
1 for each
Like
night.
he's
We gotta
blind.
be here extra.
I think it's the design,
And they
it's
took him up in the
the,
sky and
It's
they're
the
like,
hair.
whoa.
it's the aesthetic of the
What do we do
video.
now?
You can see this video was edited. Eh?
Oh, it's still
No, it's only the hair. The other parts are okay. It's not there on his shirt.
Mm.
Like there's the head inside
First
the
one is
brown
the
part
first
and then
hour on
hair on top
accident.
of that.
The guy
Oh,
just
guys,
has
that's
thin
kinda
hair,
dumb.
man. He's going bald.
Fuck it with the other one. I don't.
His hair is, you see,
Oh.
he's going bald from behind.
It's crazy because even I, you
There's
know,
also that type is better. It's from behind, very close behind. It's like from in front, man.
But that type is the worst when someone. You know, made a tall person remark when no one even looks over your head.
Ah.
Because for you are saying in front, no one
what's
sees it.
wild is as I
But if
say,
someone is taller than you
I
and they're
know
seeing the top of your head, they're going to see the.
distant concept to it all.
You
Ah.
get.
But you don't really know
Ah.
9/11.
But because you never meet
you know it,
And I
it's
really
just
need
like
for taller
taller
than
than you,
It's only fucking old
you're
daughter.
just scrolling Twitter.
which means your daughter
Scrolling
can look
vids
in
that
the
go
middle of
hard.
your head, you can be like, sir. Yeah,
But it's only your daughter. There are very few people I
It's just some
recall
shit
in my
you've
life.
seen.
Sudanese, of course,
in
that was
between
a
my
child.
OnlyFans, bro.
Niggas are tall,
I'm sure a
black.
lot of you know.
Higher
Just
Kittles
you
is
know,
14. You're like,
big
what
thing
the
about
fuck?
9/11. Bush
You,
did.
when you
I thought
do Canada
about
move, you meet.
But it's not funny.
At this point, I wonder, you know, if Bush did it,
Bruh.
Why do you
When
think I should be?
American.
That's first thing in Kasasi, man. You've been there. That's the first thing. You told me first thing you find in Nigeria.
the Nigerian community,
Alright.
For you, they
Some of
thought
you
they
failed
knew.
West
high school, let me
African
explain.
community, they move faster in
They've been
everywhere.
there
So
long,
there's this
man.
airport in New
They
York,
connect.
and it's named after this president,
Second thing,
John F. Kennedy.
make sure it's
JFK for
better
sure.
when you have a place to stay,
some
when you're
bad
not
shit
worried
happens
about
to you.
accommodation.
For how long?
This guy, Lee Harvey
As
Oswald,
long, plan it, squeeze it as long as you can
he
stretch it.
shot a
You can
fucking
get 3
airplane through
months.
JFK's head.
No accommodation. You can get 1 year. You can.
How'd they get the airplane?
But as long as you can stretch it, the reason why is you don't want to get to reach there and start burning your cash too fast.
To sleep, huh?
Yeah? Just to get to sleep somewhere.
This nigga gave me a month, man. A month and 2 weeks.
Then you need to ask him if he can hook you up with quick
They
work,
didn't. It's a joke.
odd
You fucking read.
work, or slight design work or whatever in that quick enough for you to be able to afford your
All the
own
gamers
place.
got blue balls right there.
I first thinking that will happen.
Like if he's giving you 1 month,
Look when my boys say the
you
R word,
need to
man. Let it
confirm
rip,
for
let
me.
it
Are you
rip.
sure in that 1 month?
Sick when my
I'll-
You
boys
can't
say
be
the
sure.
R
You
word.
have been there. Does it happen? Can it happen in 1 month?
I can look into this crowd and I know.
And I know it can happen because in my 1 week in
To
Dubai,
a team,
nigga, I was already
you know?
being told where to
You
go
know,
for
a lot of
jobs.
you
I've
been
already
watching me a
seen
long
jobs
time.
being posted on Windows.
Yeah.
Help wanted. My cousin told me, go for this working interviews. Go for it. I'm like, what? Nigga, I'm not here for that.
I was there when the parents were starting
I
their
think
work.
You need more than a month. You need like 2 months to squeeze for 2 months. You need the first month to add. You need the first month to be a relaxed one, where you're just getting used to your new surroundings, to the new air, to the new environment. You know the brain thing. Your brain is mapping out now.
Areas, what?
Areas, the new street lights, how the vegetation is set up, it's not the same. You need a month on a breather. You're sleeping somewhere. Maybe those guys even at home, they cook so well. All you have to do is contribute a little. Just like in a week you can be like, sometime I come, contribute just a little to household things. At least you have a whole month where you're not required to blow your dimes, to blow at all the carito you want to. So 1 month of getting used, then another month now of looking for the jobs, what. Because in that 1 month you'll have met people, at least some people who can connect you to something. You'll have known what to do, where the jobs are, where the good ones are, where the bad ones are. The next month you get something. So yeah, for me that's what I do.
At this point, I think lesbians still like me because the dress.
Okay, it wasn't. They let me chill for 3 weeks.
The guy you stayed with for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was walking around New York breaking
The guy stayed.
You stayed with him for how long?
I walk by a lesbian and I know.
No, I stayed with him for like.
They always start with the pants, but then I know there's like a point they're probably checking me out. I'm standing next to a lesbian.
Actually, I stayed with him for 1 month. But that was because before the 1 month was up, he got me a job somewhere, and then he helped me relocate.
He got you a job?
He got me a job, so the job gave me a place to stay.
Yes.
But it was not a chair job.
He's a China guy.
He's a chair guy.
This guy is a China guy, straight from Tommy. And I'll take you to my workspace. I'll show you real money move.
I learned
Yeah,
as
Nick.
I get older.
Take.
If the
Because that's what you mentioned matters, man.
the kinds of jobs.
The kind of people you land into. You told me several times that when you met Nigerians that you realized,
Realized I can do more. I spent 1 whole year in jail because I was
Your environment.
right?
Your
Before you
environment.
go to WeWork, you're going to be there. Hey, what do you do? Like I do design, graphics, show us some things you've done. You show them your website. Next thing you know, every time you're in the WeWork space, you're getting gigs. Because people need stuff, right? So people need design, people need coding.
When you ask a lesbian her dick size, it's just.
When you tell people, when you're in that environment, for people who need knowledge work, would be
They
like
don't
a
even know the
work
numbers.
space,
They're
right?
always just like,
It's very easy for you to network because you're actually at the same level.
even as I say that,
As-
the dudes in here shrunk a little bit.
Ah,
Just,
In the same environment, man.
I like to explain it like this. I always refer back to my Jordan Peterson guy. Experience and knowledge move with you wherever you go, and they are uniform. Actually, he said they are weirdly uniform across the globe. Like your knowledge and like if you're a bad guy here in UG, you will just reach Canada, you will be at your workspace.
The guys realize he's a bad guy.
The audio, you'll be like, this guy looks like he's supposed to be
high
here.
level with a towel rack.
And yeah.
Like you will talk a certain way,
That's
you
horrible.
talk
There's
about
nothing more
certain things.
emasculating than pulling a towel off.
Like
at chest level.
if you're at the workspace, like you may talk about
You feel like a baby.
design, and a guy will know, man, the design level I'm on, and the way this guy is talking,
He
he knows his shit, he knows what he's talking about, he's supposed to, But if you're here, that's why
I'm a little jealous.
these agents are always looking for these kids to go
Really, I think we should
young.
take dildos out of the free market. If
They're on a low level, so that they go and do their odd jobs.
my first 100 days,
I was giving the analogy, and that way popped in my mind. Like
So there'll be 100 days where the lesbians can like do sex shops, you know.
Like
If you're running in there,
if you want
14 of the biggest ones,
S
right? They
for
all-
dropout,
They
you're
won't
going to
take
go
them
to
away
those
from
companies
us.
that take people to Dubai,
But then on day
process your
one,
papers.
Because you don't even know by
collects
now.
all the
You don't know that you don't take an asshole. You don't know yet that being an askari with a gun in
I
Dubai
realize that more.
Which means, you know, a couple
killing your
things. Couple things.
more massive
One,
future.
you're gonna have to come
I
out of the
realize
closet
I should
at
have
like
my
12.
cousin went to
Because the waiting list is gonna be super long.
team not to go to Dubai.
But I think it would I think it would make the experience of male puberty be shared, you know? Because then like young straight dudes and lesbians, we'd all be in the huddle, you know?
Not know.
You didn't know, so they know.
This is our country, you know?
And I also
Whatever we ask you for, you're going to pay. Whichever shitty company we send you to, you
didn't
won't
realize when I was applying
So
for
that
this
lesbian be waiting
college,
for 8 years.
don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Blow the candles out on his
And now
18th birthday.
guys will go and get them in
Family's
droves
tight.
in the village.
Your penis might come this year.
Haven't you ever noticed almost every
Really
plane
praying to God.
is full of those guys with the Abu veils? Those
Steve was going to where?
Most-
And he used Uganda Air. Hey, he was going to Dubai actually, and he used Uganda Air. Bro,
Yo, somebody ordered an umbrella?
just Hajats in
until
and out.
they all be young. They can clearly see 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, those things being a housemaid.
It's fine.
But anyway, good man. You never know, because that shit changes
Let's
someone's
fucking
life.
go!
You don't know
The struggle
what
you are on.
what you're saving someone from.
Anyway,
You
Well,
see, there's a girl who was
either that or
I knew when I was young,
they're gonna go to the
So-
mailbox.
she goes to Villa. These things of your father has died. She goes and lives with her father's brother's step wife. She's the one who lives with them in the villa, what and
You
all
would
that
have
shit.
to
So she
sad
turns
task.
15, it's the villa, it's in the east.
Learning how to be funny.
Like, people on the side there. She's like, ah, fuck that. Some 62-year-old nigga shows up. And they are given
You know the craziest thing I've seen a
the
lesbian
dowry
do?
paid everything.
There's nothing you want to do for us.
Comedy club.
You're a girl, you haven't gone to school, it's not to looking for. People just marry
know
you.
you're here.
Because to
And
them,
they
you're-
get something.
to them, you're now becoming a liability.
We
Check this bitch's
married.
ankles.
To them, they're from the villa, it's
I'm in
Kawa, that's
Tampa,
the
Florida.
that. And
Comedy
this
club
girl
not very
lived
big
in
unless
Kampala.
maybe
Mm.
a little
The
section
chick
right here.
tells me during that time, which someone in Kampala needed a housemaid.
One of them stands up.
This girl was like, please just take this something. It was either that or stay in the village and marry 60.
The 16
Because
hours.
people are like, to me, they don't know how to at home, you know.
We're now useless
So
to
you
have.
never know what you're selling someone for. Those who girls sending to Dubai,
Just
you
like
never
that
know what
joke.
you're selling.
Maybe she's like wife
She
number
just starts
7.
Yeah, she's like,
And
fuck, let me
screaming
go to Dubai and
like a
try.
banshee.
But then also, yeah, those ones I encourage because man, you go there and your mind opens. Like despite how shit the experience is, it's still worth it.
Anyway, especially when you consider those girls where they come from some villa like.
Chill, even now,
somewhere
even you,
somewhere.
who is from somewhere,
Mm.
you experience it, but could you say it's not worth it?
Totally worth
Exactly. So now imagine to a kid from the villa.
And remember,
Yet you're the 1% of it who was still worth it for you. You're the one who
What
Can't say it. There's this
And
virgin
remember
in the
this
front row
kid
asking
was
what that
there.
means.
when he's absorbing the knowledge much younger, actually in his prime.
Let me explain
Much
it to you,
faster.
brother.
Imagine, basically,
So
Imagine that
basically,
it's
21 years
Yeah.
and you're abroad.
you see this right here?
Imagine if I explained the
This is what they did to
Last 10
JFK.
years, that would be roughly like early 20s.
imagine if I had gone a career from like S6.
I'm like
They
20.
fingered his brain.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, it was terrible, but imagine
I was watching this
the
cartel
things,
video
what would
the
you
other
all those years in that country? What would you do?
I'll be way,
Watch
way
this
further
cartel
than
video,
here.
and I'm thinking
Way,
to myself,
just being
never think
exposed
about
to
this the other way
that,
around.
the environment, the technology.
Yeah, taking them out by the droves.
you know, a cartel video.
Uganda, that's I think that the ones funding Uganda Airlines and keeping it alive.
Yeah,
But that would be
them,
a collapsing company.
Yeah, lots of them going, some coming back.
900k tickets. Are you mad?
The JFK some dude.
Yeah.
I would say they can plot and get
Here comes his son
900k.
running in the room.
But there are even companies which pay you that money.
Because the companies
They're actually
visa
going
yawe
every month.
passport na visa yawe awere.
Kind of at a weird
Yeah.
point.
But that's when you know that shit is messed up.
We're
Like
in a-
it's free.
Mm.
You know it's free for those boogers.
We're at a point
They
where
don't
no one
pay.
is going to get caught.
There are
looking
companies
for
on local TV where
Mm.
these are free passports and which is that.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
You're there and struggling in the
Next
village.
door, you
You're like,
go to the family computer.
these guys are saying, I go to Dubai, buy for free. I just show up, they take my picture,
Like,
says
who
my
here?
things.
Never a family.
But when you go, they hold your passport and choose some
Right there.
good amount of your salary.
18.
The hotel I stayed in held my passport.
I like,
This is
I
an
like
alien
that
as far as I'm
statement.
concerned.
You made that you don't know what you're saving
It's like
someone for.
never.
You don't know, man. You can never know.
Hot jerking on the
So for you see it as, "Yee, why is this person
So
taking
you
this
always have
shitty
internet between your
situation?"
hands.
Mm.
But
iPad baby.
to you it's shitty, to them it's
Like I don't think you're
Same
dumb.
old
Then the guy is like, this thing changed my whole life.
I think you understand the words family computer.
Those things always like,
But like you don't understand psychological
just more.
you are like
you
the
know, like
winter. I wanted
the
to go in
terror of
winter.
your back
but
facing the room.
Cherry told me, man, you
The
don't
whole
need to
time
come in
you're on that
winter, that
thing,
shit
man.
is hard. I was
Like you
like,
never
I
jerked off
believe you.
barefoot on linoleum.
Me, another thing is,
You're just trying
don't
to
be
feel the
worried
door
about
opening,
it,
you know.
man. Me, what I would advise anyone going.
Somebody walked through that
You're going to
motherfucker
an
out of here.
economy that's
He's never gone
50
through this out
times the Ugandan one. Opportunity is not scarce.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I always tell guys that most of those European, North American, and what and Asian countries, people don't. There's no lack of jobs. It's not a thing.
Family computer. It's not a thing.
There's no lack of jobs. It's just what kind of work are you willing
You
to
want.
do. That matters. But if you want to work and make money, you go and apply at McDonald's. They will give you the outfits and you serve burgers.
What the fuck are you doing?
They have jobs. The jobs are in abundance. That's why they're exporting us. Immigration, you know the biggest supply of labor and workforce for the developed world now is immigration. They are not producing kids, basically. Their generation is getting old. Their labor force keeps reducing every year.
So
And
they need.
they need immigrants to come in and fill the job and
I was
Fill
playing
the
the
gaps in
iPads.
the
I
job
don't know what
market.
that is.
like
That's like
and
sure.
that's the most fucked up thing about those countries. The white guys are doing that shit to us again.
Why
Like,
are you sitting on the computer?
they're
But
going
now
around
it's
like
you
that?
who wants to come.
It's you wants to come, you are animal. You make you bench to go to France. Yet France has a critical labor shortage. Like if everyone in Africa just went hard and said we are no longer exporting anyone,
It was a
to
horse
France,
game. I was playing a horse
They
game.
die.
within a very few short years, their economy can be gone.
You're talking to some old guy
Because
on
old
Club
people
Penguin the
can't
whole
work, they
time.
can't produce goods, yet they are consuming a lot.
As
So
soon as you got
the
cops
more your
on the
population is
computer,
getting older,
just erased everything you
it
did.
means your money starts
You're a whole
shrinking
new
because you
person
don't
at that
have
point.
these
You're
younger
like,
guys to work
life
and
is a
make.
privilege.
India is now. India has that
It took
thing.
years to erase that feeling.
Is it India, China?
For many decades,
China
a
is
lot
now
of us
going
were
reverse.
learning
That's why
and
China
learning.
was in the boom right now because they're
Never
young
just
and energetic and
Uh,
working. And now
Now
those
they are
people
all
are in their
now.
40s, 30s.
50s.
So India has
A lot of
now
young
the
dudes
young
like,
ones.
I woke up
Yeah.
today.
So it's in the boom
11
phase.
a.m.
You wait. Haven't you noticed more Indian
Reached over to your bedside
targeted
table.
things, Marvel movies, what?
It was looking, man.
A lot of Indian Asian.
Asia, I noticed.
They're now the biggest market. And for them it's good because you can give them generic Asian.
Appreciate noise canceling.
You've covered Filipinos, you've covered
In the family computer world, we had
Believe
computer
That
speakers.
is Indian.
You never turn those on, man.
Like
Porn for us was
India
silent
covers
movies.
a lot of groups.
I'm fasting for something, but
That's why dudes in their 30s can moan like women so well.
When
That's
I
why we were
when I
watching porn. We were
play,
just doing voice acting.
oh fuck, I never forgot it.
I'm hungry.
Reaching out to someone, squeaking through the glass.
Munchies, bro.
Feeling the munchies.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I've never watched people who migrate to South Africa.
There's
And then there are no black chaps.
the export labor, man. Labor export is the worst thing.
And there are no South Africans.
Actually,
So there are no Africans. Do you believe these things?
yeah.
I know.
Which things?
Did you watch these things before you left?
Which one?
Wait, you are in Korea. No wonder. I find myself. So that Jamin chick with that video is of South Korea. Is that how they do it?
Yeah. You don't stay home.
How long did it take you to find that chick?
Pick it up instantly, man. Okay, hard guy.
Exactly.
But the spoken was polite. It's the written that gets
Yeah, of course.
different alphabet.
This shit. Oh,
It's what
I
gets
watched this movie. It's actually a very nice movie.
I'm seeing you're getting into Korean culture.
Man, it's nice shit. K-pop is fire.
Don't
K-pop is
man.
fire.
That shit is all a smoke screen. It's the equivalent
Of course,
of
I've
Hollywood.
never go. I will never go to Asian nation. Like you are telling, like I was asking you, why do niggas come back from Asian ones? They hate the place.
Maybe the white maybe the whites abroad. As usual, the guys in Europe and North America, the whites know how to make blacks working for them feel comfortable. It's alright here. It's all good. Slavery with many steps. You should catch it, Rick and Morty. Have you watched the they released all the episodes. It's too bad. Latest season.
Wait,
It's
these
too
guys go on TV and watch the fucking movie.
Which game?
Like they're on live TV watching the movie. It's
Her
only
mom is so cool. She says you can take it. No.
different market, different
She
market.
knows that they're gonna be leaving soon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How is their Goli? How is their TV? That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Their TV.
Get their local TV. Because me, I scroll through TV, man, and I get all my content.
Dude, I think that may be some type of disorder. Have you ever checked? I'm sure it has a good name there. Over ADMA or ADHD. Tell guys, man, I have ADHD. Excuse. Wait, is ADHD the bad one? Which one is that one associated with geniuses and shit?
ADHD.
ADHD. Oh.
Yes. But yeah, man, that shit is like, you were raised on TV.
There's a guy who joked to nowadays everything is a disorder.
Man.
Some guy will say, I'm afraid of dark places. Oh, I'm claustrophobic. Then he was like, but those days guys didn't know what that shit was.
So you're a child and just throw me the good.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, fuck. Nice. Now this, wait, I want to make this point. I am very serious. Paid shit is a shitty experience. You see this? This is Flickster.
I know Flickster.
Wait. Because I disabled my ad block.
Wait, so we're going to download the episode?
No, not true. So there's another one that I pay for. Okay, that is paid for. Called Movie Box Pro. But I can assure you, I never use that shit because it does not work. The speeds are slow. They check. Free. The free one. Paid experiences. Okay. Your Surfshark. All my life I'm not paying for VPN. I've always given my cracked ones, my Surfshark paid one. Shittiest experience.
I give you the thing. It was messed up. Eh?
No, the Surfshark itself, like speeds are too slow for a paid VPN. I thought paid VPNs are like and they make the experience shittier. There's like a loading. What's that loading time for? They force you to update the thing. Like it's
there's a first update. They always have those first updates. I have for enhanced security or something.
The parts seem to be in the right places. I take it.
The paid one always sucks.
Holy crap, I'm vintage Mr. Potato Head from the good old days when potatoes were men and had penises.
Even they never had penises.
What a nose down kind of worked. The nostrils were balls and so forth. That's the very potato I used in medical school to learn anatomy. I could let it go for $600. What are we thinking, Lois? Yes?
No, we don't have that kind of money.
Fine. I'll buy it with my magic beads. Those are skills.
Yeah.
This world for dreamers anymore.
Hey, it's like, is it so?
Everything okay, Dad? I got stuff, buddy. Mom wouldn't let me buy a toy.
Do you own a home but can't afford the things you need to make your life more comfortable?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tom Selleck. Ask your nurse to turn down your breathing machine for a minute so I can tell you how reverse mortgage from Hey Alright Reverse Mortgages or HARM can help you.
This seems like a trick.
I know this seems like a trick, but it's not a trick.
Oh, that's nice to hear. But is this his first rodeo?
Look, this isn't my first rodeo. And I wouldn't be here if I thought reverse mortgages would hurt anyone.
Well, I certainly believe Magnum PI, but it's easy to say this stuff fully standing up. I wonder if he can half lean on a fence post and say it.
Do you really want your adult kids fighting over your money after you're gone? Isn't it better to spend it all now so they don't have that option?
He's making good points. I'll just run this by Lois.
Please don't run things by your wives. Just go to www. I'm kidding. Here's a phone number as big as we can put it.
I'm getting my Mr. Potato Head. But that is a lot of numbers to dial.
If that's too many numbers to dial, just say, Siri, I'm old.
Siri, I'm old.
Dialing Reverse Mortgage Company.
Stewie, what is all this stuff?
It turns out Rupert only likes Peppa Pig branded tea sets, which honestly I get. So I sold my tea set at twice what I paid. Then I bought more stuff to sell.
Really? Was it worth that much?
Oh, sweetie, people have no clue what antiques are worth. So you just act like you know. I actually got a booth at the flea market next weekend.
I have to say, I'm really impressed.
Yes, who would have thought a strange little guy like me could get super into tiny details of old furniture?
Well, if you need any help, I'm in.
All right.
Is that?
Yes, most antiques are just racist old packaging from iconic companies. Well, mostly syrup companies.
Wow, that's very racist.
Yep, whole bloody shelf racist.
I'm Mr. Kiki, the swim teacher who doesn't have a pool and drives very far to other people's pools for lessons. After this lesson, I sit at Panera Bread until traffic dies down.
Panera Bread, we're swing teachers from other towns and wait out traffic.
Oh my God, is that the expensive Mr. Potato Head from the flea market? I told you we couldn't afford that.
Don't worry, I got a ton of money. I even bought a jet ski in Lake Havasu in case I ever get out there.
Every year, over 9,000 people buy jet skis and then leave them at Lake Havasu. Last year, over 700 jet skis were rescued and sent to some of the trashier Wisconsin lakes where Tiny T's families gave them new lives. For hundreds of others, help came too late.
Where did you get all this money?
It was easy. I took out a reverse mortgage, which is that thing where your house gives you free money.
Tina, how could you be so stupid? Reverse mortgages are a total scam. And you need to call the bank right away and take that Mr. Potato Head back.
I can't. I wrote spikes for life all over the box. I almost love the box as much as the guy now.
We can lose our house.
Relax, Lois. Tom Selleck made a whole video about that for the wives wearing his signature short shorts.
Hello, wives.
So,
Our bank is saying we could lose the house. Can't believe I got duped by Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck? There's a name I haven't heard in years.
Yeah, Wild West. You know Tom Selleck.
Oh, I used to. Many moons ago.
How many?
Many. If you fellas would allow me to talk, then I'll spin you a yarn. Back when we grew up in many mustaches, me and Tom carved ourselves out of niches at hippie country dealers called Cold Hard Style. You'll have to look for its rainfall. That's the thing, looking for its rainfall. Yeah, we were the talk of one corner of town, but as was often the case in these tales, floods in the picture. And when that trouble arrived, well, let's just say old Tom offered a place to sit down. We're playing with fire, The next day, he wrote a song called Walk This Way, open parentheses, even if the crosswalk says stop, close parentheses. And that's when I knew the one-day demon had got me. In the end, one day was merely a suggestion. Here I can reckon he was up to 9 or 10 a week. Anyhow, hearing he's peddling reverse mortgages now sounds about right.
I know what a reverse mortgage is.
Here's that figure. It's a loan that enables the borrower to access an unencumbered value.
That sounds nice.
Well, the rub is, if you can't pay it back, they can snatch your clothes. That strikes me as predatory.
Why would Tom do this?
You should know better. You see, having a mustache is a sacred oath.
I have a mustache.
I'm proud of it.
You can't do this to people. I'm going to track him down and get the money back. Mr. Mayor, you're coming with me.
Oh, I'm afraid those days are behind me, but I wish you the best of luck.
That's fine, I'll go alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
So, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it like the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post.
I shouldn't have made nonsense.
Christianity is the biggest cult.
Yeah.
Every religion is a cult until it becomes big enough.
Which means,
yeah, so that's the angle you take. You're like, yeah, everyone is joining a cult because technically, well, yeah, that would be nice.
That would be a very dope idea.
So I joined a cult.
You can also
tell Band to write for me a TED talk about how everyone is together.
Hop on up. We're taking a trip.
I can't believe we're going to New York City. I always wanted to see the Twin Towers. Oh, man. Look, it's Billy Joel. Oh, no, it's just a drywall guy dressed up for church.
So that whole retail establishment just M&M's?
Yes, and bad jackets. Like so bad that Sinbad wouldn't even wear them.
Not sure I quite understand New York City.
Oh, well, this is just TV New York. You can tell because all the cab drivers are impossibly white.
I call this place the big city, so you know I've been here a while.
Mr. Mayor, allow me to show you my New York.
Your New York is an ESPN zone?
I don't know. I like all the screens.
Here, look at this. Black hair guy. We follow this trail with Tom Selleck, or possibly Papa John, or Rudy Giuliani, but that's a risk we're going to have to take.
Ryan, time to teach you my techniques. Watch and learn. You have a good eye. I just sold a piece by the same artist for 40. Lies.
That's a little out of my budget. But I'd like
No,
her to
because this food is so delicious. Eh?
Looks like a little girl who's sexy now.
Told you, the food is good.
Highest I can do is 12.
Before my wife gets back from the bathroom, she's gonna kill me.
Fire, man. The price doesn't have the pocket.
Hi there,
Polite.
space.
What the hell was that? It's not a dance guy. Put your hands up higher. Move around a bit. My hands are tangled.
This time I'll buy the two-piece so that I clear the two myself. I eat this one first, this one later.
Some point in the dance becomes the blood. And you're just making all this up as you go.
Probably like a lunch supper move, man.
Well, like Brian, follow my word. Then blood will tap.
Always have just one
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me.
Never sleep
Everything you see
on a
here
full
is
stomach.
safe, except that.
Because you're
I don't
sleeping.
even know how it got
While
out here.
you
It's supposed to be
fuel
there.
for rest.
Well, I really like it.
Brian, what did you do? Oh boy, that was a blunder on my
Yeah,
part.
but that's it.
That's a pretty big blunder. But look
So,
how much
like
you
what
want.
smart
Do
gadget?
you know?
I do.
Let's say they told you to innovate the sauce
You
pan.
wanted to go to someone who loves it. I'll tell you what. Give me a letter.
Like how would you make a smart saucepan which and just cook food like this? Like there's an AI seeing the ingredients you pour in, just starts jazzing. It's like, bruh, put more salt, man. Just jazzes, more salt. Maybe add 1 cup of beans. Washes or added more than 1 cup, like reduce that to too many cups. And the food ends up like that.
Whoever sells the most by end of day tomorrow is the flea market champ. The loser
AliExpress is on clickbait.
Fuck, you're on.
Fuck that site. Let me see. You can control the time of cooking. You can control You can control.
Motherfuckers, you just.
You control the quantity of this.
Yeah, you can control quantity, but you can't.
You never even thought about what's going on there, man. You never thought about how the atmosphere of the room is so still, your mind is so focused.
Okay.
You can use AI to detect what they are putting in.
The violence that's happening on your phone.
And at least the AI can know these are vegetables, this is rice, these are beans.
But the image is not so clear yet. It's kind of loud. The image is not so clear yet. It can know it's rice, but it can't know whether it's brown rice
In
or
the real
white rice.
world, we are 11-year-old boys. But online.
You can control, what else can you control in the pan? You can control the weight of the pan. Is there some chemistry thing they can put
I
in
had
the...
cyber sex with other
And the chicken is a lot.
that were probably 11-year-old boys.
You wonder why Uganda has never done this. You wonder why
Hands of
Uganda
Pit
has
Zach
never
just
done
typing
this.
fan fiction to each other.
Mindset, man.
Yeah, and then I suck
Like
on your
this,
clip.
man. This guy, probably wherever he came from, this is normal. This is them. This is
He
when he's
knows how to
doing
do
what
this cheaply.
Projecting hard as hell. No, you're
Right.
gay as fuck.
There's that. Even from where he comes from, he knows how to do this very cheaply. First, we don't know yet. We don't know the math.
Those were my formative
You know,
years.
calculate certain things.
Fingering people over keyboards.
But this looks good.
You know the women on the street who sell
And then just
pilau
having arguments with
in
my mother.
big saucepans?
She's a tough woman, man. Growing up with her, I was just like living in an Xbox lobby for 2
Absolutely.
years. Kill
So
yourself,
maybe
pussy!
To them, that's how it is.
like this type of business is like
It's so
that.
easy in my mind.
It's like the women on the street to them.
It's
Where
so,
I'm from.
yeah, like this one, you just do this, and it's run.
Come on, LA, I know you've done the CPS huddle up before.
The way mobile money businesses are popping up.
Such a strong way of bringing the family together.
It's not something I would have any questions to ask when I'm trying to set up.
Oldest sibling about to go through a table.
Like anyone, a mobile money business, a store is so easy to set up, anyone can do it.
But the guy who must be money,
My see it as a very big thing.
and complicated thing.
And for me, it's like, man, if I had just one mobile money, I would have achieved a lot.
Like, how do I even keep track of my money?
Yeah. Or a guy like from Juba or some sort, from South Sudan or from any other remote part, so like,
Remember to have a Pepsi.
CPS agent knows you're full of shit. Alright, so all 5 of you are corroborating this child fell down the stairs. In this one-story building. Yeah, clever kid, really smart. My mom was crazy, you know. Sometimes chase the kids with a knife. She's like, you like Michael Jackson, right? You know, if I could, give her some defense. It would be kind of weird. I didn't really grow up, but I pretty much got a regular person voice at like 11.
That's fine.
I'm not exaggerating, I sounded pretty close to this.
I think about it. That's what it is. This
Just
guy,
things.
this is
My mom, like, keeps
nothing.
around on the kitchen island, saying something mean. I wish you weren't my kid.
She knows how, because the music tell me that you know the grinding beat.
Bro, stop!
So that means it's not that he has grinded
You're hurting my feelings, chill out!
Grinded fighter before you know.
I was attacking
This grinding is just basic lights.
My voice was big enough to send me to talk to CPS on my own. CPS at the door, I opened it. Yeah, we're good, you can bounce.
John.
My voice was in my dad's head. Nice guy, but he kind of spaced out a lot. And I think, you know, in those times, he'd always mutter to himself.
Pepsi Max.
And I could always extract
the shit.
those first 30 seconds.
No, it has frozen on spot. What? That thing always amuses me. Have you ever noticed?
What happened?
It's liquid, then you open it, it freezes immediately.
I've never.
This was liquid when I opened it, but now it has frozen.
Hey, that. Yeah.
What happens? I always wonder how. What the fuck is in this thing?
For sure, what's a housing market?
Addictive stuff, man.
And there is zero sugar. Alice was telling me I went to this 7-Up and I just really
It's determined by a lot of factors.
was telling me it is zero sugar. I'm like, go lie to
Possible, man. Apparently, sugar is addictive.
I'm going to tell this guy alone after using my algorithm.
Yeah, that guy has his stuff.
And if I knew the special guys, I know them now. They sell them there. Sudanese best, Sudanese do only better than us.
What, meat?
You know, they do spices, but anyway, they invented this shit, man. You know the spice trade?
The spice?
Like humans started trading the concept from trading fucking spices. That's very important there.
That's somewhere.
People are very scared fish because they are hot. Like when you might not have been just save yourself. That's it. Yeah. Like, do you think there's content to this video? there's actual something wow accessible to justify 1.1 million views.
Not really, but that doesn't stop
Did you watch
anyone.
this shit?
The Witcher.
You have some Dragon.
No. You watched it?
No.
I feel like I've watched that movie before.
That's what I was telling you.
The things I've started repeating too frequently. The voice just starts getting older and faster. You know, Game of Thrones ended like 2015.
Yes, no, it was in like 2018. 18, 19 there.
Hey, so 3 years, 4 years later, guys have the right to redo it. It's been 4 years, man. You need more time. Like to redo a concept now, like these guys are.
You believe this Tesla guy, this autofocus fucker? This autofocus thing, I believe is a very neat skill.
This one.
The weirdest one of them all. And I don't think it's particularly
For
close.
me, this is what I do. I skip through TVs, I skip through YouTube.
Living with it for almost 1,000 miles for a couple of weeks now, so you don't have to. It's, I would
What
say
the
this
fuck?
vehicle is characterized by these really big highs and
But Cybertruck, eh?
I don't believe Parker owns this thing.
things about it.
Only. They're just for marketing. Look, why those guys have that money?
That's what this video
It's not the money, it's the absurdity of it.
Those ends, there will be a guy with money who can buy it just to. Okay, let's say you have $1 million or $10 million.
I think it's kind of iconic. Meaning,
Like,
you
yeah,
love
fuck
this or you hate it.
Like, yeah, let me blow 60K on this to see what it's about. The base model is over $62,000. And remember, these are white people, they get bank plans. They're not going to the bank with $62,000.
Is a bit of a celebrity.
It's like you buy a car on a plan. You don't go to the bank gives you the dime, you pay an initial deposit, and you have monthly payments on the car.
Something about Pepsi Max.
People walking past, turn around, people driving by.
Very cool.
Accelerate to try to get a better video out their side window as they're driving by. It's actually kind of dangerous. Like
Ooh.
the way that people behave on the road when they see a Cybertruck and want to go get a video of it.
That
is crazy. That all by itself.
That.
This truck also has a sentry mode. You probably already know about Teslas, where you walk up to the truck and it knows and turns away from the cameras. This truck has hundreds of video clips of people walking up to it and looking inside and just generally interrupting it and draining the battery.
Yeah, people who like that.
That popular. So I feel like it's polarizing enough that people either love it or hate it.
What the fuck?
In real life, I kind of like it. It's really hard to explain why. I think it's sick in person. It's also dirty. Don't get me started.
There was paid, man. You overhyped it. You really hype stuff like that.
But generally, yeah, this is it's a very unique looking truck. But the thing about these looks is, I think it actually
Did you watch the
distracts
Tom Scott
people
video of
from
him
a lot of
preaching to
really
you?
interesting technical innovation that
Him
goes
doing
on
what?
under the
Preaching
hood.
YouTube.
I mean, everyone wants to talk about
Yeah, I
this,
watched it.
understandably. But the 800-volt architecture, this crazy suspension,
Even though it's a dream job, it's still a
more
job.
happening with this truck. We'll get into in a second. But let's just start with the basics. What is it, right? There's basically two.
That's why I've never been a YouTuber, by the way. I feel like the number of online gigs I've tried, I might have gotten it later. Let me make at least 2 videos and I see. But what always messed me up about, I'm like, I would watch these channels, I'm like, so I have to be on camera every week. That sounds like hell to me. I'll have to do this for the rest of my life or the rest of the existence of my channel.
Without that hubcap,
Like, that's a hard way to make business.
Trucks, especially when they show all that promo material.
If you're doing it for
Not
business.
on this truck. So you do have
You see a guy now like MKBHD.
Headache too much, no?
His identity is so tied to his channel. Basically, you cannot have the show without him.
You see the open wheel, you see the brakes.
He is the thing, so it means he has to be on screen every week filming stuff.
On this truck, a little bit worrying, but that's the way it is right now. You can get third
Movie actors retire, they rest between movies.
The thing about a
Eh?
low VIN
You do one movie, you disappear for 4 years.
dealing with
Oh, fuck, YouTubers can't.
YouTubers can't. You can't go anywhere. You disappear for 1 month, your fans start worrying. They're like,
don't pay too much attention to it.
your usage starts. So this guy has to be like this on screen talking almost every
I've never
week.
seen in a production vehicle. I'll just show it to you.
No.
This is
Same
the
haircut.
side door. There's no door
He
handles.
has to dress a certain way. I'm like, that's way too much. What?
Restriction.
Restriction.
Right. That's why there's fingerprints all over this truck.
Nah, fuck, I don't have to cook.
I think
The guy
it's
of this
something
sauce
wrong.
left, man.
Ooh, it looks like it's open. Like that.
Did this
That's
series,
pretty bad. I've never seen that quite that bad. That's
what
the
is
way
to
it
the
should
show?
be.
Look like, right?
That's the way it looks.
Created the 2 channels, Vsauce 1, Vsauce.
That's a little tight.
But he didn't cheat. The other guys who come on now,
Probably have to deal with if
come and do some the same stuff he used to do.
Looking at these angles, all the sharpness up
But
here, we've covered it. I've talked about
I
this
think he
before.
reached a point
This
is like,
is not a surprise. But you have this big
I
LED
need to
light
rest.
bar on
No more videos for me.
Pretty iconic when it pulls up behind you, and then all of the actual headlights are down here.
Because TV is actually nice. TV, you film a season, you take a break.
Number 6,
You film a season of some stuff, like season 2 is coming next year. The rest of the year you're chilling. But these YouTubers are not cute.
It's incredibly impressive how quickly you can get into parking spots.
You're right, this is that can you review a car and not drive, but being living with it, yet you can't drive it on video.
They paid.
It's a hassle, man.
Paid start.
It's motherfucker. Making money.
I hope you realize this is not a concert. You arrived at a developers conference. There will be a lot of science described, algorithms, computer architecture, mathematics. Blackwell is not a chip. Blackwell is the name of a platform. People think we make GPUs.
Watch that, some of that,
GPUs
like
don't
highlights.
look the way they used to. This is Hopper. Hopper changed the world.
It was quality.
Wait.
If I chill like in the morning, what time can I be in Mutungo?
You have to go back home.
Yeah, I have to go home, I change, then I go for a meet.
Yeah, I can 6.
No, the meeting's at 11, so like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I cannot see like.
Put it like at 9. How far is your place from there? If anything is slap the shit. I mean, I have nothing to do. There's a reason when you search something on YouTube. See what I searched? 90% of the results are women and Indians. But even more towards women. So I don't also have nothing to do.
It's no bango. Life of an independent woman in the diaspora, India abroad. You're welcome me, mommy. Welcome.
I want to be shiny like this. Me, I need some work on my face.
Fucking Nigerians are everywhere. And then which one was that? Okay. This one. Did they find you or you found them?
They were
Nigerians.
I found them though in some town. I'd gone there to work. I was chilling, I meet one of them, introduces me to the other guys, and yeah.
Look at that. It looks so thrilling here.
No, in Canada right now. I thought this shit is done.
This is when was this video?
This was 4 days ago.
Maybe it's old footage.
But no, you've seen all the videos that I've sampled.
Let no one ever lie about that. No, that's all marketing. That shit is the worst.
I know, that's why I want to go when it's dead.
There's a reason the rich people who live in those countries fly to the tropics every winter. This shit is brutal, man. Winter is the worst season ever. They had to move Christmas to winter to make it seem nice.
You have to move Christmas.
Yeah, Jesus died on Easter. No, he was born on Easter. He said he died sometime in August. Some guy was jazzing. Yeah, guys, wife and the Pope knows the date and shit like that. But I always thought I would Google that to find out that.
For real, is it?
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah.
Like for real, did the guy actually die? Let me check right now. But winter is messy, man. It's a mess.
That's why I do that.
But the good thing for you, before you already have your connect.
Incredible. Like my eyes.
This is what women love.
What they are.
This is the shit
Right,
I
guy died in April. Died in April. Bad man for a dude, man.
First off, lift police.
Wait,
Even the lift has a pretty significant.
the shit you are scared of, that's the shit women love. You just sit there all day
46 minutes.
and look at themselves. Have you ever noticed? Normally we have ourselves as the wallpaper of the lock screen. As the wallpaper. The wallpaper now. And as the profile picture of WhatsApp and every single one. Like, isn't that? What's the time you had yourself as a wallpaper? If you have ever had yourself.
Wow, I was wondering why my second smartphone wasn't the first one.
But for them, they never. Yeah, it's not more when she was in her first. From the day she gets her smart to the latest iPhone or whatever family. Like for them, for you had the cafes, but then that and no matter the age, no matter that shit creeps me out. Like how can you?
I think it's a self-confidence thing. Women generally have insecurities about themselves.
It's not a confidence thing.
If you look at herself in that phone and say, oh, those your affirmations, are you beautiful? You're what? You're worth it. Hey.
When I buy that, wait, is this? Are you serious? It's an actual problem.
It's an actual thing. Like women need constant reassurance to keep their confidence levels up.
Why?
That's why babes like compliments.
The one thing Nadine forgot is sunglasses.
It
And obviously
compliments.
and sunny weather.
Like basically, babes like me, like they like the relationship that's not true,
So I think we have to
but will make them happy. They care more about the confidence boost than
I
the
have to
lie.
admit, when the sun's out, the sun is warm. I'm so excited to see it. Louise, the drive here was
Shit is
phenomenal.
terrible.
Like literally best drive.
I was so I've never watched a soccer match. And niggas are not in jumpers. That shit is terrible.
Those coaches with every coach.
That shit is terrible, bro. Nowadays.
Just imagine being in every coach the whole year.
Ah. Now the vests.
Yep.
Now the vests. Now the jumpers.
The other thing also I think why we should go abroad, like do it already. You can reach there and find that that's where you're always meant to be. Your life journey.
I've arrived where I belong.
Yeah, like you reach there and everything just connects so well. Aligns and you're like, wow, I was always meant to be here. Took a while, God. Thanks for coming through. And there are places you can go and you're like, ah man, maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Nowadays I'm always 50-50. I'm like, am I meant to be in this UG?
To what level does that go? Because I know it also applies to the person. You meet a person like, yeah, the person I was meant to. It applies to a laptop, guys, a laptop. To what level?
I think on every level of life. Meaning like what level does it apply like how?
It's for to prevent things to go.
Oh my god,
I do give them props for that though. They made deal with the shitty rain that they had.
That whole time they are freezing. Like they are trying to make it look like it's fun.
But it's not.
It's not because you're wearing tons of layers of clothes.
It's crazy just when you watch YouTube videos and stuff like this, you don't realise the actual scale of these
Most of them
mountains.
don't jazz about the sneezing, you get a cold. My colds that side are seen as dangerous.
You know, they have flu shots and shit.
Because every winter I don't get a cold and to do some hardcore stuff.
I'm actually a little bit scared at how high I am.
Because you have a combination of, let's say, flu, virus, whatever, and cold AI. Those two mix very well together.
Necessity. These fuckers had to figure out electricity, bro. Remember. I told you the reason in the US, the YouTube one guy. Let's look at the Canada. But there are so many. There's the US.
All the way across there to the other side.
It's like real footage. It's like real videos from that time. It's when I saw man from Canada and you're like, bruh. They had to figure that shit out. Like when you're in such an environment, you have to figure some shit out called electricity, and you have to figure some shit out called air conditioning if you're in the fucking desert.
And it's life or death, like you probably don't figure it out, you're going to die.
As his job to go on the farm.
Because
For like 50 years.
if it gets too cold and you can't, the electricity can't warm your house, you're in trouble.
There's a video. This one. When you get one matters. This is Ford. 1920. Richest motherfucker on the planet. How well do you think he's living? Like, how rich is his village home? Does it look like State House? Does it look like your village home? Does it look like how? Then you watch that guy, richest motherfucker at the time. But all his kids could do was no chicken. It looks like a normal African village home.
Yeah, yeah. The typical home in the West with some fences and some cows and chickens. And so in present times they overhype them. But when you look at this real footage,
so man, when the rich also matters, man, could have been born in the 1800s, where niggas were figuring out whether you're guilty or not of throwing you in the river.
Man, for me, and my food plans. And now I've reduced to do good things. Every day. Man, so I
is in the gyms, man. Chill.
So I chill and I just do this stuff tomorrow morning. I mean, like I'm saying.
Yeah, because I also want to be planning tomorrow morning, man. So this will motivate me to direct move. I didn't do anything I was supposed to do. And the guy cancelled my day for cancelled also. I'm sick.
I'm just in advance. Let me call this maid.
The sky said they have seen here. See this one. Yes, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is when.
First, let me just. Hello. Yes, Grace.
Here for the first time.
It's done. You can close. I'm going to be coming back tomorrow. In the morning, you close, and you guys, when you guys are leaving, you just close. Okay. Is Aunt Anna there or not? Okay. Just make sure you've taken Jaja to her room properly before you leave, and then you just close and. Alright, right. See you tomorrow.
It is a video I'm looking for. The way these guys solved the fire problem.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called. I don't. So when you see them boiling now,
yeah,
they would get guys. It's this one. They would get guys, and because this is long ago, man, planes were not, so they would get guys, drop them in the middle of the fire.
The fire?
These forest fires, when they had forest fires.
Yeah.
Drop guys in the middle of the fire, and then.
First time, Negro aviation cadets were being groomed to fly warplanes of a unit which was then a unit in Fort Hood, the 99th Pursuit Squad.
They even used to call them Negroes what?
Adventure so new that you who stand here before me now,
But they would get guys
may still be considered
and drop them. No? But it's the Negro firefighter something. And drop them in the middle of the fire. And then guys get spades and start like pouring soil. But they drop you in the middle of the fucking fire. Like what the? When you have such problems, you figure shit out. You figure shit out or die.
These men are
Says-
pioneers and they're so new that you
But some things, I feel like the biggest is necessity and like greed. Guys were like, guys were just greedy. They're like want the whole world.
It's cold, man.
Anyway, they say by like everything in knowledge always ties back to necessity. Like these guys had to learn to communicate better, English language, written word and all that, because it was super important to talk to other people and communicate.
When you're dying,
And you need to inform people in the winter that man, this is how winter patterns go. Like there's a short winter, there's a long one. You need to write that down.
You need to remember that shit.
It's quite important for someone to just note weather patterns, or at least say, you know, these are the seasons. Like to figure out even the seasons. Someone has to know down that this is how things go. First it's very cold, then warm, then this. So they have to learn writing for us.
But for us,
they have to invent mechanical equipment because there are times when it's cold and in winter and no one can work.
So now that videos from like those guys.
Yeah.
It shows you how far building with the problem. Let me show you. This is why YouTube would never go out. So if YouTube goes out, all that history is lost by the US national government itself.
No, those guys have it stored
on tapes.
Privately. Yeah.
On freaking tapes. There's one I saw on this one. All guys were fighting with snowman.
Do you know how fragile the world is? You're saying YouTube can never what? But if you made a coordinated attack and blow up all of Google's data centers, it's done. Everything disappears.
Find another way.
Like it's all gone. Like there's no backup of it. There's no nothing. All the
you can't first of all know all of them and where they are. What the fuck is this shit?
Let's say you're an intern or disgruntled employee, so you know all of them.
Like, fuck this guy.
Like, I was actually working in the data centers and got fired. I'm taking out all the, because if you're trying to eliminate Facebook from the face of the earth, if you messed up all their data centers, they're done. So, even if they like to make the internet seem like it's a forever permanent place,
it's not.
It's not. It's in the ether. It's electrons.
Yeah, this shit fucked with me. So this video is from anyway, it's from long ago. But check how these guys have been doing this for millennia.
And those guys have history going back 300 years. But people say, just because they finessed out the word empire, but they have been living in the US empire.
Yeah, for a while now.
For a while, for like hundreds of years.
So check, these guys have been having this system since the days of whatever technology.
Eating good food.
These are new guys who have like, these are new immigrants who have like, let's see how white people use the section for the men's dormitory.
Yeah.
Let's see how white people arrived.
They're on single beds. We haven't even. They're on double deckers. We're still on triple.
But they've been doing this shit since. So that guy who went there, because picture that girl's grandkid. That girl went there during that time.
And their schools already look better than ours.
That girl went there during that time. You are going to go there during today. And you expect to reach her levels. Her kids go levels or whatever.
The hospitals at
This is not a hospital. This is where immigrants arrive. Like the houses they have. I don't even know what year this.
New arrivals in the running room waiting for medical inspection. There is no single black person in that shit.
Yeah, it's all like why 2 hours to get. Like that guy said in the Wolf of Wall Street, we're going to make them believe he came straight off the Mayflower. We're gonna show that stock.
Check some of the women, British Isles. Imagine that kid.
The kid already had proper clothing, boots, what. They're making their own shoes.
Just arrived. Steam heated restroom. Letters. This was days of letters and post offices. So you know this is not going to go for them. Niggas had phones in the day. Systems already in place.
Suits.
Got jackets. Cold. Imagine if a Nigerian shows up in the year 2020 and wants to reach the levels of some white lady that side. So wants to reach the levels of that kid's grandkid.
Was already on a train.
These days. This is a silent fucking film. How long ago is that?
That's before camera. Before audio was invented.
But those days, man, the only thing women as brides, nothing else. This shit also kind of shows me how society has shifted, man. Like the language. I've accepted Canadian husbands. Accepted. Like you've been seeing women being mentioned that. So they've been mentioned in bride. Like it's the only
so that's showing all the women who have arrived
how to make butter. Mokole. So you wonder who was the initial guy going to Canada and why does he need to keep it running?
The country?
The machine. No, the country, the machine, whatever it is you want to call it. Like, if I arrive in such a place, I'm like, fuck, space had to leave, I'm out. And he was like, nah, I'll make it work. Then he was like, fuck, it's not working. And you bring in other people and make it work.
Yeah, figure this.
Then he kept just bringing, it hasn't yet worked. It's still bringing new people. Like, what the?
So you can see all the games they play on us now about immigration, move to Canada and all. They first played them on their own people from the UK,
White.
from white. Then they're like,
And
okay.
they came by the droves. You're going to see something. Let's start bit about this video. For me, anyway. There's a school. Look at this video. Anyway, I checked. From the British Isles, they came. And remember, this time was shit.
Shit, yeah, kind of what?
Then I think some white girls were literally.
Clothes. I told you. Spinning,
No, people in the Western Plain. This guy is selling the chaps. They have 170 to invest in the fighter land. 175,000 to invest. These are niggas now running. Now imagine, so that guy's father came that time with 175,000, and you want to come with your car 2K, and you each other. But those are the loads of that type. 175K.
175 man, the guy wanted to buy like his own seat. The guys who bought cities. Over provinces, the guys come and bought over us.
Name it out for himself.
Yes. Find one province there is easy. They bought it 175 G's.
Is this the one? New area arrived, but I don't know. It's like saying I knew I arrived
chipsets. Oh, manually.
Installation. But you see the way for them, they made their immigration super easy. They would welcome you,
Give you a
a
home.
home, you newly arrived. But as they figured out to just screw us over.
This with her husband brought them over from England. So those who were arrived were brought by some guy, some baby and her husband.
From England.
How many girls do you think talking about? I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is one couple. And
But this is where they are staying.
that is one couple. They all know the couple. All those girls were bought by one. By the droves. Like how Indians come here and go to Masaka and collect a plane worth of girls.
These are young girls. What? So shit was might have been Kawaii back then. By back then there were no child labor laws.
Accident children, check the caption. Told you they've been talking about women at that time, but in the context of what? A future. This is a kid. But it's working, man.
Was okay back then.
I sit on these channels, I'm like,
but when you think back on which times were hard back then, they didn't have time to miss once.
You're like, bitch, you're probably dying at 26. Get to work.
Do you think if
I saw a statistic in the psychology class. I was like, wait, what? And it's not fun, it's the 1920. Average lifespan. Average 20s. I'm like, what? Right now they're in the 70s. Penicillin was invented and
everyone got saved.
They told doctors to wash their hands and people stopped dying in the neighborhood.
It's amazing how the most basic things are the ones that changed everything. And it stretches forward. Just imagine how many.
What the fuck is this?
Just imagine how many babies were born before the invention of the condom. It was one carab stretchy rubber thing.
I was like, yeah,
like
enough of this shit.
Like enough of it. One guy, I'm sure before they invented that guy there might be one condom. They might have more iteration.
I wonder what that guy's story was.
The guy made
to be like, fuck this, I'm not getting something I was no.
Was it a mistake?
Oh, Sunday fuck with him. It's like, what? You're jumping in me a kid, so I know you might never have kids.
Yeah, looks like they only find out.
Hey, probably maybe worked in the Cavera factory.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Maybe this would be a good. And remember, you can't say, no, they didn't have the technology yet. The technology of that thing is the same as a balloon, and I'm sure they had balloons like in the 1900.
Yeah, I shit out already.
But this shit took like that level of.
It was some kid who's fuck balloon. Like, then some doctor was like, we make a first block. They was like, I know something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how do you know that?
My kid does this rubber thing. Seems to work well for him.
No black person. Fucking Indians. Those guys have been sending jobs for decades also.
Man.
These guys as white as they come.
Like those old white.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Just what's in it?
Imagine they had planes in that time.
We've just gotten news for the nation now.
I've had them for like 200 years or so. When was World War I? That's not like
1914 wasn't the first one. Second one was what?
Because the planes arrived in the second one. I don't know.
1920.
Why 1920? But interestingly, me, I now that's the stuff sometimes I find myself looking for. I be like, man, I don't know these simple things.
No, no one knows those days. It's only for like Cedric who crammed it.
Okay, if any guy who studied history in secondary school knows them because you had to cram them.
A-levels.
A-level history. Well, you had to know World War I, World War II.
Can you imagine? The winter chaps come and chill. There are no TVs, no smartphones. Check.
Which is, was it start or end? Start.
Wait, fuck, the same place froze.
It's 1939. It's 1939.
Second one. Fucking Indians have been going there since. Like, what the fuck is that Punjab guy doing there? In the 1912s, man. How did they even hear about this shit? Like, at least for us, we watch movies, we go to YouTube. Like, at least how the fuck did guys know about this shit in the 1800s that all of them migrate to America? There are not TVs. Oh, some guys will come back like, yo, that place is fire, you should come.
These are the 19s. These are 1980s.
Still, how did they know?
TV. This 1970s, 1980s.
Anyway, why TV is very fast, we just did it.
See, their city looks like our cities. Look now, this is how their city is. Their trains look.
We are not even yet here. 1957. 56.
1857, Queen Victoria
57.
18.
It's 19, man.
No, nigga says 18. Listen.
In 1857, Queen
Yeah,
Victoria declared
1857. You're right, you said 18.
The city of Ottawa combines greater advantages than any other place in Canada for the permanent seat of the future government. And we select it accordingly.
Oh, she declared that's not the footage was taken.
in a peaceful valley, Ottawa was born, a lumbering town.
Oh.
Nourished by the rivers and the railways,
Civilizations have always been formed around the river. That shit makes me laugh. We came from the water, we started by the water.
uncared for,
If you look at it from the grand scheme,
but not in appearance. Today, into the very heart of the city, come the trains to the Union Station. But with them comes smoke and grime and noise. They feed factories along the crosstown tracks in areas where people live, and the factories haven't room to expand. Jumbled together are industrial, governmental, and residential areas.
They have that shit big show. They just that thing of deleting history. People are sweating. Look at this a Mandela effect shit, man. They edited the world and added snow in Canada. No, that guy controls the shit. He just posed this like delete sun, dry and sun, add some cold
run.
And he forgot to,
he's even using GPS code run and the back.
then he forgot to delete some footage. This stuff, forgot to edit it. What were the odds that us two random guys in the simulation
would never land
this
on
video? So we didn't plan for this scenario. Now we're watching Canada as a summer holiday place.
When I wake up tomorrow, he's like, what the niggas delete those.
And the guy could be like, these guys just make them suffer. Enforce suffer, struggle the whole
variable suffer equals.
Just shooting a shit doesn't connect at all. Just like what?
Like it was such a lot of YouTube video.
Man, so random to do. You broke the matrix, man. There's no snow, there's grass in the same. Broken it.
Oh. But imagine the cars that are driving, man.
They were already in rides. These cars are old, they're like in the 1940s, 50s. So they had already all this infrastructure. The staff were trying to go even fighting with our leaders to do. These guys already had.
The beautiful Ottawa River is for the most part inaccessible to the people.
Mesopotamia, you know that's where I'm
East and west.
also said around the river. Civilization was said around the river.
For the jungle of buildings that surround it.
Bro, I'm still worried, man.
Have
you seen anything? Is this a Canada video?
Yeah, man, they're mentioning Ottawa a lot.
They're like in Ottawa. This, I'm like, bro, where is this from? Some full gauges and.
Following the recommendation of a joint committee of the Senate and the House of Commons, the limits of a national capital region were defined. It was to embrace 900 square miles.
The guy who signs that stuff is like, bro, we need 900 million square miles. So that's the guy. They had the guy.
Was put in charge of the capital planning project.
Today,
he and his Canadian associates have
because I niggas owning shit. That's what Sebo did. He arrived, it's like, now you nigga, and who that shit is yours? This shit is mine. What those guys are doing? To those days. Wait.
Go fast rewind and you see how we look at it. Let's go a bit behind it, like this. They explain how we started changing the city. Emphasize now for a moment.
Canadian associates have completed a far-sighted plan for the capital of Canada. The plan calls for a green belt to limit the built-up area, breathing space for the city. The removal of the railway tracks to the outskirts. Relocation of factory sites with room for expansion and where smoke won't blanket the city. The committee plans to utilize the space cleared by the railways for through express traffic. The areas bounded by these thoroughfares are to be considered as separate neighborhoods, each to be developed locally with its own schools, churches, theaters, shopping and
where you
community
have
centers,
houses ending in a circle, like a circular circle with houses along it. That American
This
style.
plan to restore and preserve the best of Ottawa will be brought to completion within the
The
next
whole
few
of Atlanta. I mean, the season, this area Atlanta. Most of their houses are in that cul-de-sac format, single story.
Canadians expect
But it's just how Americans build with no fences. You've ever seen that, like home?
I'd never known it's in a circular form.
Most time,
because yeah, from this ground it makes sense, from this view, from the ground view, but from the kids those days, man, those days.
You know what I respect most about whites is those guys learn to trust each other early. I don't know how they dodge the whole building fences part. In Uganda, you can't live in a compound with no fence.
And once that shit starts, it's hard to remove it.
Yeah, it's hard to now tell guys
that all of a sudden what, we are safe.
Maybe security's got your back, something.
No, plus now fences may even have both past the security purpose. It's not part
It's
of the
now
past.
status, even partly status symbol. Wali kukomera ekya yellow.
So if you move it from ekya yellow,
you props are going, man. Guys say, guy are going, man. Let's come
so I tell you, nigga, you can't have sack shit like nah, bruh.
Like, and I let this person step on my lawn, no. The guys are just. Uganda has those guys with those. It's now ingrained in the culture, man.
Right, man. That entire video took place in summer. The former video.
Man, not a single drop of snow. Yeah,
This is
that's
why,
skyscraper.
how is your rich burger? Me mine just, it doesn't change the thing, just keeps feeding you the same thing.
Mine is varied, man. Mine is
No, like if you let it be, in the homepage it is, but if you let it play a thing, like
my mind plays on things. If I've watched a tech video, it puts now a loop of techie stuff.
and I've watched all the time Canada thing now it's
putting all
and I've ever noticed the videos get longer. If you start from a 2 minute video, it throw you next page 18, then to go next page 20. Before you know it, it's throwing you shit of 2 hours. You're like, that's 2 hours.
Now finally, some snow. Now we're talking snow and fog. The north. This is the place. The place they call you at the wall. The night's watch. They're like, bruh, I'm done for the night. So the guy's guarding the wall.
And you know, because the video was down north. But me, I came north.
Why guys
I
watch?
noticed every country, the north is always the problematic part. It's some of my head.
No, that I think.
Seriously. When you're in Korea, I was not in Korea.
The problem. The north is always the problem. Damn. If you're in Europe, where is Russia?
The north of where you live is always
the problem. Uganda.
You know this.
Actually, the one that
Juba.
shocked me is Juba. No. Kenya. Kenya is the north. The
zero people there.
The Somali pirates at the coast and stuff.
It's always why they broke me. It's always some shit.
You know, it's always messed up. It's true.
In Canada, the north is empty. Even no one. Even on the whole planet, Iceland, the north thousands. Never.
It's always a loss.
Yeah, the north problem.
You think north is just I know. Guys are good. According to flat earthers, guys are going to the edge of the earth.
There's nothing. I don't know this video taken.
There's a guy.
1958. Niggas were flying over. Us were stealing.
But you get Emma, show you how crazy big the earth is. Apparently, I read it somewhere, I don't know if this stat is right. But about 40 to 50% of the earth are places that no human has ever stepped in. Yeah.
That's
like no human has ever set foot on that place.
Wait,
like that place has
we still have places like that?
Remember there's the whole ocean.
Yeah, it's the ocean.
But the ocean is bigger than the land, so it's already basically, if you've never been to every part of the ocean, you've never been to like 90% of the planet, because the land is like. But minus the ocean, there are parts in those polar ice caps and what. Don't get me wrong, people have taken photos. They have been
but never set foot. Yeah.
Like no human has ever been like, bah, I'm here, human DNA is now here.
Check this shit. Imagine you live in such a place.
You have to invent some crazy
You have to invent a fucking water heater. Because goddamn, what the fuck?
No, then the real.
I didn't even know about these machines.
You ask yourself, how is the guy surviving? There's no food in the whole country, like just the whole country has time to do ice cream.
There's also breaking the ice, but you're over a lake, but you don't fucking know. This one that had.
That's how guys look like. Had guys back then.
The fish, what the? This is the shit I tell you, man. So the guys have. This is what evolution has been.
It's so cold.
This is what they've been
guys have to hustle to figure it out. This is fishing. For us, a guy can have fished for 5 generations in Uganda. Guy has never hustled like that. He just tells his next son the lake is there.
It's be on a boat.
That's why even in Uganda, people have never built better boats. It's just a canoe. Because the canoe can do the whole Lake Victoria.
Dude,
Chavez.
I grew up on that island. They were boats. They became bigger, but they have not changed.
The structure is the same.
Like I was like, wait. I thought like I go back and like have proper boats now.
Like no one has gone abroad and seen advanced boat designs. And
the problem is still the same petrol engine. The shocking part, when they get you from, because the boat parks, if the land stops here, the boat doesn't park immediately here. The ones that take people to the island, the heavy one. It stops a bit away to the water. So now, to get from land to the boat, when I was young, they used to carry you. Some guy carries you, and to this day,
he never changed.
He's the sadder part. That's here, not even an hour away from
just
the
down
capital
here.
center. It's not even an hour away from the capital center, and they're still doing that. They're doing that is how they feel.
They carry you on the head and cross you. And
if you ain't broke, don't fix it.
People will be like, it's not comfortable, but it works.
Works.
For them, there is the shit is going to kill you if you don't fix it. If you don't fish the way they are just fishing now, you die in the winter, and that's your shit. And you're gone. You don't mind. This is coal mining, I think. You don't mind this coal. Your house is freezing in winter, and all of you pack. All your kids pack. In that freezing, you need something burning in the house. This is coal.
They found all ways of. And then in that fucking around, we discover penicillin. Like, oh, this shit can help.
These guys are gold. Look how they used to deal gold. Like you pick it straight from the mine. Melting plant to clean it. Some mafia level shit.
Some guy told me, and I've never confirmed. Is gold made in earth? You see like how coal is made by earth. Things get compressed over time, they turn into coal, they turn into oil, blah blah blah. That's made on earth. Like as long as earth will exist, it will forever produce that. It's just a time thing.
The answer is no. Gold is not.
So they're right. Somebody told me it's rock. That's why you always find, that's why that phrase of heated gold, which is because you're following the trails, so it fell on earth, and then the gold we keep finding are the scraps. You know, like how something's moving, it leaves the scraps here. So when we are mining, they find those scraps that scraped off. It's the rock fell in the land. So these scraps here. That's how it's discovered. That's why when they say I've hit gold, it's maybe sometimes you dig and then find the actual rock now. But most time we're just finding these trails of that.
Of
the scraps that got off. That's what some guy told me.
I think it's true, man. I think it's true. You'll have to ask ChatGPT that. Though it might just, it can be true or not, depending on the day. I've also heard of that, but I've also heard that there are planets they detected which are just gold.
No, I'm like, what is it? This is transport. When this is your means of transport, like, you have to invent some shit called it.
No. Like, this is too slow, man. You have to find things. What's here? You reminded me. Yesterday I was at home jogging. Alemona. I see babies carrying stuff on the head, fruits and what and that stuff. I saw another guy quit carry a banana plant, carrying it on the road. Like a banana fiber.
If the wind does not blow, the traps can be found.
They had to start eating all sorts of shit, man. Because you're in the cold, man. You don't have choice as a Syrian. You don't have you don't have the luxury of having a mizero. Nigga, what?
Winter is here, bro.
You have to get through this winter.
You have to eat that cow. You can't afford this.
What the guy has to go through to get that fish.
That thing, it's not a fish. It's a gurat kind of thing. And how you're saying, so you saw a guy with fruits.
Carrying them on the head, man. And as in my mind, I was like, wait, we're still doing this like in like this nigga has never heard of a wheelbarrow or a border or any other fucking way, but no. And this head shit should have gone by.
Should have gone by now.
You see someone carrying a jerry can on the head, you're like, bruh. There are better ways. Like,
whenever I see that, the most shocking bit is how far are you from the capital city center, from the if you are, and then you realize, wait, I'm not even this far from the capital city center.
But it gets bad very, very fast.
You know the proper way. You know more men want to trap now than in your father's time. You know the price is low.
Oh fuck! They put the animal over.
The price will be better this year.
They're making skins. Wow. Those.
Man, that's the carrot they eat, man. Animals are big factory. What the fuck? This is the shit.
Shit, yeah.
They've just shown you how they get the cat thing.
They had to invent jackets like this. Otherwise people die. These look recent, man.
This is 1958.
Those outfits look too sophisticated. That jacket looks 2014. Look at that. No, this is a recent video. These guys might be trolling us, man. This is a recent. You saw a guy wearing shades.
Nothing.
That's the guy there.
These are the local Indians. That's how, you see, fucking Indians have been migrating way before. But even the white people found them dead.
Remember, they just called them Indians. They are not actually Indians. The Red Indians.
But they look.
It was. It was a mis. Remember that in those times, no one knew what anyone looked like. You just on your boat, no one has shown you a photo. You show up in India, you're like, okay, this is how Indians look.
This is how these chaps look.
So this guy just shows up on the island. He sees the foreigners, like, we had heard stories, like, those must be the Indians, Red Indians. Then America wiped them out in the longest genocide.
I was talking for every development needs some bloodshed. I look at every great nation. Some blood was shed, some useless blood was shed somewhere, man. America, that those were civil wars there. And they're like, okay, let's not kill each other, let's do some serious shit.
Right. Many countries have those.
Imagine living in this time, man. What's life to you, for you? What do you wake up to do? And if you get, let's say, high, because drugs have been around since, these niggas know about who you are,
opium, stuff like that.
So for you, when you get high, what do? You sit by the river and watch it, like what?
They had paper and what? They could busy themselves being busy.
Sometimes the human problems have been the same, the solutions have just been different.
Maybe at this time you
read about paper, same problems, different solutions to the same problems.
So remember these guys had just gotten video for the first time. No one knew how to act in front of cameras. The same way in the TikToks which had just come, or the Facebook, people post the funniest videos. YouTube. Guys were just not used. Nowadays everyone is tuned. They know how. If you watch enough videos, you know how to behave in front of cameras. Like that thing where where no one knows exactly when people started smiling in photos. It used to be pretty. For this day, everyone would be like, so, and it's a global thing. I've never seen any old photos of a happy guy smiling.
Then all of a sudden,
Suddenly everyone is now smiling. Like who went and told guys, bruh, it's okay to smile. So being like it's a governor at that time, which a high, like a president or a king, was like ha 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 ha, smile in the photo. It's just up.
Imagine doing this. What are you doing with your life? Do you think some aliens, okay, some guys from like the year 3000, 3000 is, yeah, 2000 is like what this is to us. The year 3000, this is 1940, the year 3000. 20 something.
That may be too far. Even in the year 2000, just 2100 here. Remember, development and change is now an exponential. Or things change faster. Things those days that would take 20 years to change now get done in 2 years. Guys, so every estimate guys make of the future nowadays comes sooner.
Comes to unexpected.
Guys were on quantum energy, they're like, over it's 50 years away. This fusion. Is it fusion? Fusion. They're like, that thing is 50 years away. America did it last year. Apparently. Guys are saying AI is time, AI is here now.
So those guys in like they are 2200.
Like 2200, like, these guys were
they are looking at videos of us now. They're like, what?
There's a guy who joked one day that all social concepts can disappear and the future generations wonders what the hell you were thinking.
No, that's inevitable.
Like
the way we look at things and what the fuck are those guys thinking? The same thing.
He gave some examples. He was like, in the future renting may not be a thing. The AIs are dead. Just the fact that you're born, the government AI is dispatched to start building the house you will stay in. They just put it there with power to works every day for the next 5 years to build your house. Anyway, we got a bit distracted, but I was just saying, in future housing may not be a problem. People are watching videos of...
People used to struggle to find where to live.
Like,
the same way you look at it, you're like, man, people used to struggle to fucking cross rivers.
You look at it, you look at the things you like. Wait, guys, like there was no shower in warm water. Old guys.
Oh, by water.
And it's even for recent things. Just imagine, what were we doing before phones? Like, what the hell were we doing, honestly?
What?
Before, remember before phones is recent. Phones came when we were in
2000.
No, like S4.
No, smartphones or phones.
Phones, man. Like phones becoming mass market where even you can buy a phone.
That's it.
It's like,
but whenever I think about that, I think about the people used to have. First of all, how would you know about the diaspora? You see, like right now, you have a lot of information.
YouTube. Remember before phones, there was even no freaking internet. Internet wasn't a thing.
So to me, the guys who migrated during the 1940s, how do I sell you the? How do you first of all get to know about it? How do I found by that this is now. I found application letters when I tried to apply abroad to university. Like imagine how hard that would be at times.
Super.
You have to write a letter, send the letter, wait for the letter to come back. Like Jesus.
You would be on that, and some of those universities.
It's hard now when you can just call a Zoom thing and you can just do research about it. They have to send you a magazine to tell you about themselves.
They always send someone.
Then
person.
Imagine you are in Korea. There are no phones. Your systems talk to you. send a letter, wait years. Imagine long distance relationships during that time. They were not even there.
Most parents had those ones where
how the fuck would those work? First was nice to you once in a decade.
I think that's why guys got second farmers and everything.
They're like, fuck that bitch.
You'll be there for 10 years, you've never spoken to your wife. But I think it's just juicy. Like, when I remember
2001, we were in P7.
I remember moments in primary school where my dad would get a project up country and zero, nada. You don't know if even he's alive for like the next 2 months.
Holy shit, I don't thought of that aspect. You don't know if he's alive or dead.
Hey, the next 2 months you just copy. You like, when he appears, home he will have appeared. Me signal he's back.
I'm sure, but are you sure?
Sure. There's a comedian who joked a lot of guys started second families next door. Like, I just walked 10 kilometers away, I started a family. You will never know.
I'm sure, but are you sure?
I think that's where all those old school moves on. Let me spin my wife, I'm going for a vacation. And I just want to chill like I think I hot babe next door. You don't ever know I'm there. They won't like. But do you think it was when you think, because you know you have some memories as a kid, when you think about it, are you sometimes like life was better then, or you're like hell no, no one is taking me back?
It's horrible, man.
That shit forced me to read books, man. Novels and now you want me a book. I'm going to try, man. Those days there was nothing. You'd watch WBS, you finish.
Yeah, you don't have books. And she just took me to gadgets and started playing with gadgets and shit.
I remember we had so much time as kids. We'd prepare stuff. There's some guy who joked, you were in parliament drilling guys, that computers, you've spoiled these kids. All they ever do is build their computers, what. Then his comeback was like, you know, if you had this as well in your time, you would have stayed. That was like, all good.
Fuck,
we had nada.
The guy goes and you don't know.
I used to have that you don't.
Maybe the least, the closest you will get is
Now those days, that's why post office was important. That's why they would post those announcements. So a nigga goes, he says he was coming back in 1 month. Maybe wait take an extra week. Guys, what here you start checking the post office. Or listening to radio for death announcements. I remember my dad had a nice radio in his bedroom. Because when we grew up on radio, or you watch TV, that's why UBC News was like everything.
Like comes on at 6, man, and goes off at 11.
They would switch off the whole station. Remember those days when they would switch off the whole...
Yeah, from 6 to 11. Past 11, you have no TV.
Yeah, when they agree. I was like...
I think that shit was intentional.
It's very possible.
So now if I can know what he was doing. He started this shit, we keep forgetting. He started it, it's like, if I know with information, I can go then back.
Yeah.
That's taking you for 40 years. Imagine living your entire life and you've never lived in a place or never seen that.
But honestly, some of them were fundamental. You know why? Some of them they just had it, but the Bazungu hadn't even invented them yet. Like for him to hide them from us, they have to actually exist. Things like the thing that made phones the greatest thing ever, like the most. They call it a tool that creates equality. Is for the first time ever, like for the first time ever, the whole world, including the poor countries, were able to afford such a device for communication. And
we are able to communicate. And at the end of it, that's what matters. We are social beings. We don't care about this. We just care about our people and communicating with other people.
Yeah, and also that helps like development stuff and all that. Like It was the first technology Africans adopted at the same time as the whole world. All other shit takes us a couple of years. But smartphones, actually, to this day, smartphones, it's as if the whole world is on the same pace with smart. By that I mean when they released the iPhone 14, guys in Uganda have the iPhone 14. Same time, or a couple of months apart. Any other technology?
Conflicts existed.
Bias, that one, the conflict story is why I don't eat cornflakes. You had that guy. That guy was a eugenicist.
That one. What's a eugenicist?
Those guys who believe that first of all, the human race has to be purified to one pure race, which is the white nationalist. Then also a person who believes that you can edit human behavior. What? No, eugenicists. Basically, you can edit. You can select for people. You can create the desired population you want. Basically, you can manipulate birth rates and who mates with who to edit to get a race. So, James, I forgot even what I was explaining to James.
Imagine this guy. Because you know that's a guy in the ground. So when you go to Canada, it's like you.
But we really can't move a lot of heavy goods. It's too expensive.
Imagine, now that's paperweight.
Like to them, airplanes was solving the do or die problem. To you, airplanes were like, oh, what is that shit flying? The other day, down. Wow, where? And I'm like, imagine the first guy who stepped outside and saw a flying fucking metal bag. Imagine that first African. It's the 18 which is.
Right, just to fight you're like so good.
You live in your Kavida, chief is boss. Women around you
doesn't know what it is.
Your view of the world and how you explain the world is if the wind blows these ends, it means like it's. There's a solid babe who was telling me that for them in the village, the deliver women get miscarriage because of a flock of geese, eagles or some shit has flown past them. Like some weird shit. But then it makes sense, that's why women get miscarriage. So now that's your view of the world, that's how you explain the world. One day they are chilling, raising your cat or whatever. And you see like a trail of cloud. Those places that leave smoke. First of all, what do you think that is?
Maybe this is some god or something. Or some evil spirit. I don't know. Remember, even before they had the planes, cars have been around since over the 1920s. You know, cars were before planes. So imagine that day when the British drove cars here. Like the cars have been on a boat. They offload the cars.
And then shit drives on the road. Like, what the fuck is that?
By then, I think we hadn't even gotten onto the horse plan. We weren't even riding horses. So, like, I'm here, pardon.
You know how this is to explain
that stands.
Imagine. I'm here, pardon.
You like, I walked, my grandfather walked, my great grandfather walked. This guy had some rolling tin, that guy. Some shit that rolls. Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes you can blame our parents, our great grandparents who are colonized. Like, what man, me, I would fight. What?
You're not just see a fucking metal moving thing. Like
you've just sharpened your machete. Like, no, they didn't even have machetes. Over stone knife. They had stone. They didn't have steel by then, right? We have steel. Okay, no, we had steel. But at that time there was no concept of like knife. Basically you're cutting meat like with your spear. And then you see, first of all, you see guys coming with sharp, shiny swords.
It's long.
It's the longest. Guys, this is like a knight Then
Like, what the fuck is this shit?
The winner is guys have told you, man, those guys have packed some giant thing on the lake. It's like 1,000 of our boats. Look at you. You go and sing a Yokano. Because our boats have never changed since over the 19th. Yokano like us. Because have packed a boat that has, the thing that has crossed the Atlantic. It means it's a huge ass boat. Actually, no. They started crossing the Atlantic. It was more. They started crossing the Atlantic to come to Africa after they discovered all the steam engines. They're like, now our boats can be like powerful, like they can actually navigate the seas. Because you go there, there was no the shit in the sea. You don't throw in the sea. And you have some hardcore boat that can push. So now you roll up here to the coast with a metal tank floating on water. This guy here has never seen even steel. He doesn't know what a steel frame is.
Nigga looks like bruh.
I better go and tell the chief man. Let's just relax. Let's just be easy.
We see what's up. See if he can give us some of this shit.
If he gives us mirrors and some chocolates.
Okay, you can take the Ninja. Some guy you be for the villa to your wife.
We have a bunch of useless guys here.
Or whatever his name is.
Take
so yeah, just I was like, I can give some of this shit. Like, yeah, what do you want? Some niggas be like, oh really? That's all. This guy's gonna give you some nice shit. Go with it. Because they know the nigga is in chains. But it's too late.
Go on, you're out. So you can't blame those guys, man. And also me, I don't like those stories of guys who say that stuff of the guys who always say that stuff, like not even blaming them, but something on the sort of like all those whites who are super evil guys. What? Sometimes history shows that, man, like there was nothing else these guys could utilize these guys for.
Like you don't know shit.
The only thing you can say is, bruh, you just be a farmer. At least I've seen you guys dig. You know how to grow food.
Yeah, man. You don't even know about Stephen, let alone electricity. Let alone know enough to add on to it.
To eat or to even use it or something. Guys are rolling horses. You've never seen a horse. You've never used the horse to plow.
So I've never seen it from that angle.
They bring
like,
you
even though they wanted to use it for other things, you don't know any other thing.
Yeah, you don't have any other skill.
You bring a maid,
and you can't.
You're like, even though you wanted for her to be a graphic designer,
it's too many. It would be too many steps.
She cannot.
That you just stay as it is.
They were saying, man, what the fuck?
We didn't have any other. We couldn't build houses. We were living in huts. We couldn't. We have zero building skills. We have zero engineering skills, zero physics, zero literature skills. We are not. But you know, at that time, we were not even yet at the read and write level.
You told me how you got it first, so like,
like
what the fuck is this shit? That's a person who's alive now.
So that's less like basically.
Now imagine when it was slavery 1800s. And imagine that person. Some pictures I saw. Kabarega was a great guy in history, right?
Yeah.
Look, I saw a picture of that guy. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the guy. You look like, I don't know, skinny first of all, fucking malnourished.
Yeah.
And in back clothes with things. Like I thought, Kariga look like that shit we see in the movie Shaka Zulu shit. Niggas fresh on, yes, it's look whatever, but it's fresh looking shit, you know. Nah, man, nigga look homeless.
So imagine you're looking like the guy shows up wearing a 3-piece suit from England.
Like, bruh, what is that?
Like,
and you're the king.
Nice,
and you're the king, nigga. Like, I can get you looking this fresh. Just give me like 20 of your niggas.
I have samples of this outfit in there. I can soft material,
man.
soft material, so
Fast
fast,
dishes.
compared to that bottle of jazz you're in, you first sample this niceness. So you're like, what? Like, me, I don't blame our great grandparents at all.
You'll be like, bruh.
They cannot drop on you that many surprises in such a short time. Remember, first days even already shock. You've just found out that they are white people. They are people who are color white.
They're still possessing that shit.
Possessing that shit. They are launching on you 3-piece suit, horses. There's a Gujarat border. There's the ocean.
Chill.
Yeah.
Oh, that nigga wrote some fresh shit. It's like, this shit is called spices. You're like, bruh.
You're like,
I've been eating my meat live.
You're like, my entire life, I've never enjoyed this spiciness.
I've just been eating my matoke. Just
plain, like, the guy has came in a spicy guy.
You're like, bruh.
Like, yo, that white man there, though, that guy knows how to cook. He got the spice.
So he tells him, man.
Because I give you a kilogram of this shit.
You give me 20 niggas. Man, you want to think twice. Like, go with that nigga.
Round up everyone who is useless in the society right now. It was a knowledge overdose. A knowledge overdose. You come into guys and you're like already 300 years ahead of them.
They don't even know shit. Like, how could they not?
Yeah.
Like even though the white man was nice as if you right now, if you went to a demand and there's like gold and you saw some cabbage that doesn't know what that shit is, no matter how old you are, you'll be like, you know what, fuck this guy. Let me take the gold. You don't even know what it's for.
Yeah.
So imagine you came here and found
you
this
see guys with vast free land.
Like even though you're holding,
they don't even understand what land means, like land owning land, plots.
Of course you'll be like, you know what, fuck you guys. But grow me some coffee.
You're like, grow me some coffee, next time I come back I'll bring you some penicillin.
Yeah, and you won't die.
You won't die. Okay. They still do it to this day. That stuff where they disable the making of good hospitals. And they hold your leader ransom. They're like, bruh, if you want to come for the US for that operation, sign this Chidiro for oil. Push some shit in.
That's what I was telling you. The last video was 25 minutes. This one is 1 hour. If I let it go to the end, the next video will be 3 hours. Like you just...
They keep increasing the watch time.
So that you sit here.
You know, do you know, actually, first go up on me. You know, you see that turning cut, metal cut thing. There's a time I was thinking of just making that for farmers in Uganda. Sometimes when I'm back in the village, I'm like, bruh, really? Like the same hoe the guy in 1900 Uganda agreement was using to dig cotton.
Not innovative.
Like none of you in this whole village has ever been like, bruh,
you know what?
maybe let me change it like this. And it messes me up so much because I know any reasonable LIT in Uganda can come up with a new design for the...
Like, nah, granny, dig that shit with the
all you villagers suffer in that shit alone. Because that's a metal cut. If you made even guys that one, you're like, right.
Check what navigation was like those days. What the fuck?
What's that?
Navigation.
Well, that's like that's a landmark. Man, they give white people land. But those whites have been, imagine whites have been coordinating together for like the last 500 years. So you think you're going to just come and scare them with your, hey, this is racism, they'll just play you, they introduce diversity, blah, 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 hey, we are changing.
You can't even, we are still divided in this day, and we do work together.
Guys came from that's why whenever anyone tries to break up the US-England relationship, the US and England are the same country. Like, almost 80% of the descendants in the US of the white guys came from England, the UK at that time. So
they don't have heritage there.
They have full heritage in England. Like, so these guys, you know, like, they have been coordinating. Guys came to the US and they gave them land like that. You just show up, they're like, here is your welcome to the new land. What they call a new frontier. They give you
what the fuck is.
So imagine there was a time when they would just give people free land.
How are you supposed to cut it? Wait, that's where they started. Where the fuck are they sleeping?
And you can tell heard of that
shit.
That whole saying, Renaissance. Real fair,
man.
Those are now Renaissance men. Guys meet after like, bro, we're here to build a house. You clean your own house. After the house, you're like, nah, I need furniture. You build your own furniture. Go kill like a chibe and use its skin to sit on and sew it in the chair.
Die with your shit.
The next time you're like, we need some weapons. You craft your own weapons. You sharpen them.
What the fuck? And you know, and when I will give you land, I'm like, make I start building it. You be like, fuck this, we got it.
And now you see the sad thing is, that's why more Bazungu are hands-on, they are DIY. That shit permeates the DNA.
They had to learn that shit, no?
They had to learn, so every white guy will have equipment in his house to deal with shit. Up to now, they still do it. Winter, what?
Had to
our pipes are frozen, you have some tool you use to unfreeze pipes, to tighten pipes, to do what? Like they just, like you say, they do it first. You know, to this day, you may say, us were educated and bougie, we never touch construction. No one in any village innately knows construction. Except the stuff that was told to them, maybe by Zungus. The guys that came in the house, the whole house, the windows and what?
From scratch.
Nakati wakamulabe naye imatembuza tugenda kukola ne programming ebulungi.
Chicago guy journeys must have been mad long. Putting in a carriage, bro. Doing like 10 kilometers for like 8 hours. Like, man. The funniest is during you know that before cars. Before cars, it's like my grandma was already in her 30s. 30 years old. Cars hadn't been invented yet. Yeah, basically they used to walk. Eh? You can just do some stories and you're like, bruh. Sometimes they will take walks, eh? From Kisoro to Kabale. There's no tarmac road, there's no shit. Think of like you're just walking through. Have you been on those forest walks and there are pioneers?
Man, I climbed that mountain.
Remember, we are not even yet at the road level. Like, we're not even at Roman Empire times to build streets and roads. It's just huts and pioneers. No one has been like, let's build a dual lane road
for what?
No one owns a
bicycle,
carriage, no horses, no bicycles, no nothing.
Footpath is already.
So people are living like